Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Odds here. It's Monday morning. Raptors action back in action, baby. Off for the weekend, but back to work. It's Monday. Let's go. Indiana Pacers. Yeah, we're in Indiana. Yeah, we're going to play Pascal, Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner. Yeah. Let's get that Darko dinner tonight, Raptors. Get that third win in a row and get that dinner tab to old Coach Rajakovic. That's right. That's what we want to do tonight. Maybe Siakam can be the maitre d' and tell you where you're sitting. Oh, welcome. How big is your party? It's about 18. Yeah. I'll find a table for you, please. Yeah. Can you find a table for us, Siakam, please? Because we'd like a Darko dinner. And if you could be the maitre d' tonight and help us sit down, that would be great, man. That'd be great. Yeah, in some ways, I wonder the struggle for Darko dinner before. Is it still lie dormant inside the Indiana Pacers, Pascal Siakam? Does he still feel the need to help the Raptors win 3 in a row to get the Darko dinner, the one that he wanted so bad when he was here before? It'd be strange if we got the Darko dinner tonight after losing the first game to the Nets, or no, winning the first game against the Nets, and Dennis Schroeder, Dennis wanting the Darko dinner also. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the injuries. Let's see. There's not really a whole lot of injuries for either team. That's great. So we'll see them mostly full strength. Although the Pacers are missing Aaron Nesmith. Aaron Nesmith listed out yesterday because of his ankle, and very likely he won't play again today. But maybe they rested him on the first night of a back-to-back to play for the second night. So we got to be ready for Nesmith just in case. But I don't know. He's probably going to be out. Now, the Pacers are on the second night of a back-to-back. They played the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. They did not have to travel. Both games are in Indianapolis, so it's not the classic back-to-back where they have to go get in a hotel room at 3 a.m. in the morning like we do. But it still is a back-to-back, and this game was a high-scoring affair for them slightly, not really for Indiana, beating the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic 133-111. It was a big game by Miles Turner, getting 33 points. My fantasy team was very happy. Yeah. Miles Turner is the starting center for the Indiana Pacers still to this day. And, of course, our guy Spicy P at 43 is the power forward. The backup shooting forward is probably Doug McDermott, maybe Ben Mathurin. Andrew Nebhard and Tyrese Halliburton are in the backcourt. The rest of the bench for the Pacers right now looks like TJ McConnell, Doug McDermott, Ben Mathurin, Obi Toppin, Jalen Smith, Ben Shepherd, Isaiah Jackson, Isaiah Wong, Kendall Brown, Jarace Walker, and Oscar Tshiebwe. Yeah, we have seen Indiana very recently. In fact, it was on Valentine's Day, and I was at the game. I saw them play the Pacers in the Scotiabank Arena. It's Pascal's return game to Toronto. We were playing them very, very close, but they just beat us at the end, and we need to beat them tonight. That's right. We've got to beat the Pacers tonight, Raptors. Let's go ahead and do it. Last time, of course, they were missing their big man. They did not have Miles Turner or Jalen Smith, so we are going to have a little bit more of a difficult fight with them just because their bigs will be present tonight. So, yeah, just so y'all know, our injury list just looks like this. Marquise Noel, boom, that's it. Marquise still out with his hamstring. And that is it. The Raptors looking healthy overall. Manuel Quickley, Gary Trent Jr., RJ Barrett will play today. Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Bruce Brown Jr., Grady Dick, Oshai Abaji, Kelly Olynyk, DJ Carton, Jordan Wara, Jonte Porter, Chris Boucher. Yeah, that's our team right now. That's what the Raptors are looking right now. Although Jonte is not with the team. Jonte is probably with 905 still out west. So, yeah, even though I just said his name. So, yeah, there's your injury report. Not a whole lot to report. Now, the Pacers, as I said, they have been rolling in some ways, but not. It's been an up and down thing since they got Siakam. There's been good periods. There's been bad periods. They are currently on a 3-game winning streak that started when they beat us on Valentine's Day. They have beaten Detroit and Dallas as of yesterday since we saw them. So, yeah, we got to beat them. They've won 4 out of their last 5. So let's beat the Indiana Pacers in Indiana tonight. All right, the refs for today's game are actually very promising. I like the ref crew for tonight. Mostly, our crew chief tonight is a crew chief we have not seen in a bit. It is Bill Kennedy. 27th season out of Phoenix, Arizona. Bill Kennedy is a great ref. His favorite musician is Luther Vandross. His favorite meal is a filet mignon and a good bottle of red. He most liked to visit Jerusalem and the Egyptian pyramids, and his hidden talent is karaoke. Now, if we do the referee talent competition, maybe karaoke will be one of the talent segments. And I think Bill Kennedy might be the karaoke king out of all the NBA referees. You may go ask other NBA referees, who is the karaoke king of referees? And they might say Bill Kennedy. That's right. Bill Kennedy is our lead ref tonight, and he is the best ref for the Raptors today. We are 500 with him this season. We've only seen him twice this year. We've won and lost. 1-1 this season with Bill Kennedy involved. We win 56% of our games historically when Bill Kennedy is a referee, and the Pacers win 52%. So the split is not that wide, 56-52 for the Raptors with lead official Bill Kennedy tonight. The second ref is Jason Goebel, the Miami cop. He's in his 9th season out of Miami, Florida. He went to Miami-Dade Community College and Florida International. His favorite TV show is Power. His favorite movie is The Godfather. His favorite musician is Mark Anthony. His favorite book is Pirates in Blue. He likes veal parmesan. His favorite app is Netflix. He wants to go to Tahiti, and he wants to roll his own cigars in Cuba. That's right. Why don't you just go there, Goebel? Oh, wait, you're American. You guys aren't supposed to go there. That's why. Oh, what a dream. Well, maybe if you became Canadian for a little bit, Jason Goebel, then you could go across there and it would be fine. You could go visit Cuba. Canadians go to Cuba all the time. I don't know if you guys are allowed to in the States yet. So your dream of rolling a cigar in Cuba, well, you might need to become Canadian, bro. That's what I'm saying. As I said before, Jason Goebel was a police officer in the Miami-Dade Police Department for 13 years. That's not just a little stint. This man had a full-fledged career for 13 years as a cop in South Florida, just so y'all know. Of course, his older brother, is a referee and probably got him involved in refereeing, John Goebel. Yeah, so Jason Goebel is right in the middle. We win 52% of our games. We've done very well with Jason this year. We are 2-0 with Jason Goebel when he is ref this year. So even though he's a cop, he's a nice cop. And on the other side, well, he does favor the Indiana Pacers more than us. It's very, very, very slight favoring of Indiana with the record 52-53 is the split for the Pacers with Jason Goebel, 52% to 53%. And it is very marginal. I'm not saying it's not even a whole point. It's a 0.4, a 0.4 change between those. It's like 52.2 and 52.6. I'm rounding up for them to put them at 53. The third ref is young Brandon Schwab. Brandon Schwab, we've seen the most this year, I think, out of all the NBA refs. Fourth-year referee out of Orlando, Brandon Schwab, has been at Raptors games like 4 times already this year. This will be his 5th Raptor game this year. His favorite TV show is The Community. He likes the movie The Matrix. His favorite book is Man's Search for Meaning. His favorite meal is Penang curry and mango with sticky rice. He'd most like to visit Machu Picchu, and he listens to Apple Podcasts. Yeah, this is one of the bubble refs. This is a guy they hired right around the bubble that's an intramural sports referee from Central Florida, and they just said, hey, we need more refs. We can't hire them from outside because it's a bubble. It's a pandemic. So can you come in here and ref a little bit? Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, it's a bubble ref. This is a ref that got hired during that travesty of a pandemic we had. All right, he is favorable towards the Raptors. Well, we're 500. We're 2-2 this year with Brandon Schwab. That's our record this season. So we're 500, and we are 500 overall in his whole career. 500 victory, 500 right down the middle, wins and losses. But the Pacers are really worse off under Brandon Schwab. They win 27% of their games. So 50-27 is the split for the Raptors with the third ref, Brandon Schwab, bubble ref, youngster. Yeah, so there's your ref crew. I'll say this. Bill Kennedy is awesome. Bill Kennedy is great. If he's in charge, that's a good thing. I expect this game to be called on the up and up, and it shouldn't look too fishy. Now, Goebel, if he tries to do some funny stuff, well, we'll see it. But I think he will follow the lead of the lead official and that is Bill Kennedy. Brandon Schwab, I was suspicious of him in his first couple years in this league because he was very mean to the Toronto Raptors his first 2 years, but he's come around. This season, he's been very fair to us, and he's reffed quite a few of our games. So if Bill Kennedy wasn't involved and it was these other two turkeys, I'd be a little bit more worried about the ref crew tonight. But because Bill's out there, I feel good. I feel good about it. So there's your ref crew, referee report. Something you get on the Raptor Freak channel. Every single game we have, I will tell you about the refs and how they favor people. All right, y'all. Let's get into the comments. It's game day. Don't you get a little excited when you know the Raptors going to play, especially in the way they are now. It's kind of like exciting to see the continuation of the growth, the continuation of the saga of Scotty, the continuation of the melding and gelling of Kelly Olynyk, Ochai, Abaji, and all the other guys, the new guys on the team, the emergence of Emmanuel Quickly, the return of our Canadian greats, Olynyk and Barrett. No, it's just fantastic. So you get excited. 2 days was too long to be off for Saturday and Sunday. And in some ways, we were aching to get back. And today we will. Oh, geez, bless me. All right. I don't normally sneeze on the show. No, I apologize. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited about tonight's game. I don't know. Our chances are going to be okay. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's really going to be about effort, Raptors. It's really going to be about how much you want it. You go out there and you want it more than Pacers, you can get it. That's how it is. That's how it is every NBA night. How much do you want it? Do you want it more than Siakam? Do you want that dinner? That's what I'm saying. You can come out and show us how much you want it tonight. You've been playing very well with good effort and connection. If that continues today, you have a good chance to beat the Pacers, is what I'm going to say right now. Most people will say, whoa, Raptors, you're probably a patsy. You're probably a team that should get roll over for the rest of the year. No, I don't believe that. I really don't. I think that there's a lot of pride on our team right now. And I think there's a lot of like wanting to expand and become bigger than what you've already been, whether it's Emmanuel Quickly, whether it's Scotty Barnes. And I think that's being underestimated by the rest of the league right now. I really do think that's being underestimated. That's right. All right, let's see what Mo's saying. Good morning, Raptor Freak family, and happy game day. Stay focused. Please don't let Hallie go off with the three. Go Raptors. Happy belated birthday, Fred VanVleet. Great practice by the Raptors yesterday. Yeah, I didn't even realize yesterday. This is something I'm going to get done this summer. I'm going to make that birthday list, and it's going to include every single person who ever played for the Raptors. It's just I might even start doing it this week. Yeah, I really disappointed myself. I did not realize it was Fred VanVleet's 30th birthday yesterday, and that's a milestone. Happy 30th birthday to you, Freddie. Raptors Nation loves you. Raptor Freak family loves you, my man. And so happy to see a milestone birthday, 30, for our guy, Fred. Yes, our one of our groats, one of our greatest Raptors of all time, Fred VanVleet. Happy birthday. Yeah. I wish I'd known about that. I'm going to get this done. And then what I'm going to do is like every day I'm going to have a new segment where I say, these are the Raptor birthdays, y'all. And I'll name the people whose birthday is because I don't want to overlook this anymore. There's too many birthdays, like Darko's birthday recently and just different birthdays. I want to know what the birthdays are, and I'm going to let y'all know when they are too. Because in some ways, I can't Wikipedia every morning. I'm just going to make a master list. I'm going to make a list. I'm just going to put them all on there, and I'm going to have birthdays for every single day of the 365 days a year that are Raptors related. And there will be birthdays every single day. And they may be like Nathan Jawai is 57 today, guys. Nathan Jawai, former Raptor. You even know who he is? No, you don't. But it's his birthday. He's a bit Raptor for a little section of time. AC Earl. It's AC Earl's 74th birthday, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I want to get this project done. If I don't get it done before the end of the season, I will do it this offseason. Hopefully. Well, I'll probably do it sooner than them, though. Let's see. Trevor saying, good morning, Raptors family. Happy game day. Let's go. Yes, Scotty, RJ, Emmanuel, Gary, Jakob, Kelly, Darko. Yeah, the Raptor. Yeah, the Raptors were at Butler University yesterday holding their practice. They were in a very nice gym, an old school style gym in Indiana at Butler practicing. And it looked like a good practice. They had interviews with Grady and Jakob, both good interviews. I really like the stuff that Grady said. Grady talking about, well, he has a lot of confidence in himself. And you know why? Because he's put in the hours, he's put in the shots, he's put in the time. That's the thing about the NBA. The work is not what you see on the court. The work is all the preparation and the years and the hours and the shots and the time that Grady Dick put into becoming a good shooter. And that shit started when he was what, like 6? When he was a little kid. And Carmen Dick taught him how to shoot with technique and kept him training and doing it the right way. That's the thing. One of the things Grady said is that his shot technique has been very much crafted and very much a pinpoint attention to the details of doing it in a very, very same way all the time. There's something about Grady's shot that is very much deliberate and practiced and very mastered. That's what I'm trying to say. And what Grady said in the interview yesterday is like, look, I was not worried about myself with my shot at all in this because listen, I've done it the right way. I put in the hours. I'm confident in myself with my shot because I've shot so many damn shots in my life. And that's the difference right there. These NBA guys have shot the ball so many times in their lifetime. They put in so much work. And that's why, in some ways, Grady's excellence with 3-point shooting is no fluke. In some ways, it's not that like, oh, it's so lucky he gets shots all the time. No, this is purposeful. This is professional. This is the work put in, showing the results. And I love that. I love that. In some ways, you can't fuck with that. Grady, you put in the time, you're going to get the you put in the time, you're going to get the results. And that's what he's saying yesterday. I love that, Grady. You put in the time, you're confident you're going to get the results. And I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. Most saying feel great about tonight, though. Yeah, I feel good about tonight. I don't know. There's just something weird. Like, I feel like a corner has been turned. I feel like a page has been flipped. I feel like we're just fresh. I feel like we molted a skin. I don't know what happened. At some point, maybe it was the All-Star weekend, maybe it was George St. Pierre. I don't know what it was. The Raptors have a new vibe around them, a new energy, and a new kind of weird, like we're gonna fuck everybody up, and they don't even know it kind of confidence. Yeah, I'm about this. I'm all about this. Yeah, Trevor J saying Trae Young will be sidelined for a month. Jimmy Butler suspended 5 games. Jose suspended 3 games for Friday night for fighting. Yeah. Suspensions in that melee between the Pelicans and the Heat the other day. Some people saying Jimmy shouldn't have deserved his. The other guys were way more guilty. I didn't see the incident still. I didn't even watch it still. I don't care. I really don't. It's funny when I'm reading about it, though, they're saying how much Jimmy's going to lose because of this, because his money's way more than those other guys. And he's only missing 1 game. He's missing a huge chunk because they don't get paid for these suspensions. That's the thing. Trae Young got hurt. But guess what? It wasn't his ankle. No, it wasn't. Oh, my gosh. That Oscar-worthy performance when we played him on Friday night, that was not why he's hurt right now. No, I think it's about his arm. I think he's actually got an arm surgery or something right now. It was not his ankle that he had surgery on. He's had surgery this weekend, and he will be out for a month at least. But yeah, it wasn't Jakob. It wasn't rolling around on the ground like a fish the other day. It had nothing to do with his ankle. What a good actor. Honestly, he needs to be a Golden Globe Award or like Oscars. This dude needs to be on the list of nominees for the highest prestige of acting. Seriously, this man could get a Tony or something. I don't know. Give him some sort of fucking reward for his acting skills. Yeah, it's not his ankle. It's another part of his body. So don't blame Jakob, Atlanta Hawks fans. No. Don't get all crazy like Quinn Snyder did the other night. No, you don't. No, you don't. Monique saying, IQ, please stay hot with your shooting threes. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope to see IQ continue to get more melded with everybody and just good stuff. I want to see him aggressive, as we've been saying lately. Let's see you get aggressive, Emmanuel and Scotty. Get out there and get aggressive. Bryce is here. Good morning, Lex and the Raptor Freaks. Good morning to you, Bryce Lawson. The Tuck is in the house. And he brought them Wildcats. Wow. Yeah. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Game day and dinner awaits. That's right. She's wondering. She wants to call and make a reservation at Cactus Club. Get that off-menu steak for Scotty. Come on now. Let Cool Cat call them tonight. Say, hello, Cactus Club. We're going to have a reservation for the Raptors when they come back from Indiana. Hello. Yeah. Reservation for 20. Yeah. That's what I want to hear. Cool Cat. Can you call them and find out the availability of Steak Room, Cactus Club? Get back there, Raptors, and get that steak. That's right. Dinner awaits. Dinner awaits. That's right. Fiercely saying, good morning, fam. Happy Monday and game day. Despite the Pacers win yesterday, Pascal only had 12 points. So expect him to go off tonight. Oh, whoa, whoa, Nostradamus. I don't know if I want that prediction, Fiercely. I love you so much. But in some ways, I'm going to say this. I'm going to logic this like a Raptor freak would. Let's say this. Indiana won the first night of a back-to-back. That's good. Maybe they're a little satiated. Maybe they feel real good beating Kyrie and Luka. Yeah, maybe they're feeling real high and mighty. Maybe they're like, the Mavericks are a hard team. The Raptors are not. I don't know. We have to see and take us lightly. Maybe they don't have the juice because they use it all on Sunday against Luka and Kyrie. We're going to game this to our advantage somehow, some way. Maybe it is really tough to win 2 nights in a row like that, 2 nights in a row. So I don't know. Let's mess it up. We do really well on the second night of back-to-back when it's us. Well, we're not on the back-to-back. We're just playing. They're on the second night of the back-to-back. Let's see how it goes. In some ways, this is an important game for Eastern Conference standings and play-in implications. Of course, we've won one against them. They've won one against us. In some ways, we need to break the tie. The rubber match is tonight. It is a rubber match, y'all. That's right, Rubbermaid. Yeah, get out there and play the rubber match and beat them and make it 2-1 for the Raptors at the end of tonight. That's right. That's what I'm looking for tonight. That's what I'm looking for tonight. That's right. 7:30 tip-off tonight, I believe, y'all. Let me just make sure. And I want to make sure that I'm right with the record, too. I'm pretty sure the record's right. Yeah, lots of games yesterday. A lot of good outcomes, mostly in most of the games yesterday. I like it. It was 7:00 tip. Okay, it's a 7 tip. Yeah, and we're 1-1 with them right now. So we want to break the tie. We do play them one more time in April also. So one of our last games of the season will be against the Pacers and Siakam and near the end of the year. So yeah, let's break this tie and be 2-1 over them. I would love to do that. That's what I'm looking for. That's right. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know Siakam. Yesterday was all about Miles Turner. Miles Turner was a monster. He got like 33 points. Yeah, Siakam was a little quiet. I don't know. Maybe they had Dwight Powell on him. I don't know. Maybe defensive Canadian awesomeness. Dwight Powell was locking down Pascal Siakam. I'm not sure what happened. Maxi Kleber. Maybe those guys were really handling Siakam better. I don't know. Maybe he was doing more passing out than trying to score himself. We know he goes in that mode sometimes. Sometimes Siakam is just like not the guy who wants to score. He's just facilitating and being a target or a decoy. A decoy, yeah. Let's see. Trevor J saying, today at Fort Lauderdale Beach, we'll be shutting down a couple of roads for the shooting of the Bad Boy movie. I will be out there enjoying the view. Whoa, wait, this is cool. Hang on a second, Trevor J. Now, I know you work in high fashion. I know you were at Fashion Week in New York City recently, working your butt off, and you were ready for a vacation. Now you're in Fort Lauderdale, and you're on the set of the latest Bad Boy movie that's being made. You're talking about Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith franchise. Is that what you're talking about? Are you like a person that's involved in the production of a movie right now, as far as you're doing, like, I don't know if maybe you're doing costuming, maybe you're doing some sort of hair for the people in the movies? I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this, Trevor, that you are shutting down the highway in Fort Lauderdale to help film the Bad Boys movie right now. Look at the Raptor Freak family doing what we do. Look at Trevor. Look at Trevor. Well, say hi to Martin Lawrence if he's there. Seriously, he's my guy. I don't care about Will Smith, but if you want to say hi to Martin Lawrence, that dude is funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know if he's even it may not be in the new version. There may be like new guys in it. I don't know. Fantastic, Trevor. What an exciting life you have. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Fiercely saying, Dennis helped us in our goal towards the dinner. Can Pascal do the same? I'm wondering, like, down low, are these guys thinking about it? It's like, man, these guys really want the dinner. I know because I was with them. I wanted the dinner too. And like, and I'm like, I love Scotty. Scotty's my guy. I want to help him. Pascal, maybe thinking a little bit like that. He may be thinking a little bit like that. She's kidding, fam. I love both players and wish them well. I mean, we could see this maybe. I mean, Dennis did look really not sharp when they played us last Thursday, missing free throws, 1 for 7, throwing errant passes into the crowd over his teammates' heads. Yeah, I'm not saying that Dennis did that shit on purpose, but if he really wanted to be more locked in, he could have probably played sharper. Let's just say that. I don't know. Let's just see how Siakam plays tonight. Maybe I'm telling you, you could be the maitre d'. Here's the table, Raptors. Here you go. Here's your table. It's over here. It's the nicest table in the restaurant. There you go. There you go. Cool Cat saying Raptors should beat Pacers. Neesmith is out, so defense is compromised, and the Pacers have no answer for 2 7-foot centers. The game last had too much low IQ plays, so I think the Raptors will prevail. The game yesterday had low IQ plays. We're gonna beat them with smarts. We're gonna beat them with 7-foot centers. They only got Miles Turner. I think Miles Turner is a very adequate defensive center, though, in some ways. But I like that you're bringing this up, Cool Cat. That Neesmith may be one of their best defenders, and not having him is a problem. All right, listen. Whatever insight you want to see, if we can see what you're saying out there, I'm all about it. If we see Jakob Poeltl start dominating them and making a whole bunch of baskets, that's great. I'm all about it. I love what you're saying here, and let's see what happens. Kareem saying 2-0, baby. Got 25 more to go. Kareem is keeping track of the 27-game win streak that he is professing is going to happen to us right now. We are 2 in, 25 more to go. Can we do it? Maybe. We can. It could happen. It could. Is it likely? I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, Kareem, one at a time. One day at a time, one game at a time. That's what we're doing, Kareem. Good to see you this morning. Fiercely saying, Trevor J., thank you for your words of wisdom. Enjoy the movie shoot. Say hi to Martin Lawrence, but not Will Smith. Fiercely's like me. I'm like, you know what? Say hi to Martin, but whatever with that. Oh, wait, I skipped some stuff. All right, let me see. Trevor's saying there's nothing stopping you but you from achieving all your goals. The only person who will stop you is you. And that's the truth. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true. You know what I watched this weekend? Adrian and I did a John Candy Film Festival this weekend. We watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. We watched Brewster's Millions. We watched Who's Harry Crumb. And then we watched Cool Runnings. And I actually hadn't seen Cool Runnings because it came out when I was in university and I wasn't doing anything but partying and going to classes. And I didn't go to movies or anything. So there's a period in the 90s where I didn't see anything. And when Cool Runnings came out, I just never saw it. So I finally saw it yesterday for the first time in my life. And it was an amazing movie because the main character, played by Leon, was so driven. There was like nothing is going to tell him no. It's like, no, Jamaica can't have a bobsled team. What's wrong with you? And then, he went through it all. And it's like when John Candy told him, it's like, well, it's over. We can't do it. He's like, no, we're going to get the 20,000. We're going to get it. And he's like, do you ever know the word quit? And Leon's like, no, I do not. And I just love that character. That character is exactly what Trevor's talking about right there. That this dude wasn't willing to take the answer no. He was never willing to do that. So he did everything possible, and he made it happen. And that's the amazing thing. It's a true story, too. So I love it. I love that story so much. I watched it yesterday. I had never watched it. I'd never seen it. I don't know how I'd never seen it. She made me watch it. Of course, she hadn't seen the other movies, so that was fun for her to see Brewster's Millions for the first time last night. She didn't realize that was such a fun movie. She really liked it a lot. She really did. All right, let's keep going. All right, good little aside, and I agree. Go with the spirit of Leon in Cool Runnings. Holy crap, what a great character. What a great character. All right, let's see. Yeah, say hi to Martin Lawrence for sure. Bryce is saying, Emmanuel said their practices are tough and competitive. I love to hear it. They're locked in and want to win. We will get that dinner tonight. I hope so. I mean, we should. I mean, we deserve it. These guys are working so hard. I was looking at the schedule this year, and we've had like 6 chances to get the Darko dinner. We've had like 6 times. This will be the 6th time. The 5 times before we failed, we got 2 in a row and we didn't get the third. So this is the 6th time. Will we do it on the 6th chance? Let's see, Raptors. You got your 6th chance. 2 games in a row, get the third one. Get the third one. That's right. Cool Cat saying Pacers only know how to pass on perimeter. They don't know how to make post pass or cutting passes. So that's an opportunity for the Raptors to take advantage of. Yeah. Whatever we can do to game it for our advantage, we will. I believe in my coach. I know my coach is really smart and intelligent, and he's going to figure this out. We may see more of the bully ball with Scotty, hopefully. I'd like to see Scotty go in there and mess people up down low with very powerful moves. I'd love to see more cuts from Grady doing amazing stuff, creating opportunities on both ends of the court, whether it's getting a deflection, a hand in there, or him moving off ball and being a big target. That's what I want to see tonight for sure. Yeah. Kareem saying, I don't ask for much, but tonight, other than a win, I want to see Gary Trent Jr. Finish on the fast break. Yeah, it's always exciting when Gary kind of like gets a break opportunity because he always seems to be in precarious situations where the defenders come in too. And then I start worrying about him being big enough and jumping high enough. In some ways, Gary is not a high flyer. Of course, he can dunk. Of course, he can get up there and dunk, but it's just barely. And it's very precarious sometimes when the defender's coming with him back. We've seen him get blocked before. We've seen him not finish because the defender's there with him. So, yeah, I'm all about a Gary dunk this week or tonight. I'd love to see that. When I see Gary finishing the break, that means our transition game's going good. That means it's going good, yeah. Duke's here. Good to see Duke rocks. Head-to-head this week, Lex. Good luck. Oh, see, he's come in. Duke doesn't talk very often in the chat, but he's coming in to signify the matchup of me and him in our Yahoo Fantasy Basketball League this week. Duke, of course, won the Fantasy League last year. He is our current champion. And if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the season, Duke was auto-drafted for his team. He was not pleased with his roster. But then I see what Jason's done with his team, and I'm like, holy crap. He's like one of the top teams in the league with the Saborans, myself, and JP. And he hated his team at the beginning of the year. So once again, Duke, Jason, you've done such a good job of making something out of what you were not happy with. He did not draft his team, but somehow he has managed it and kicked a lot of butt to be one of the top teams in the league. I fear you, Jason. And when I play you this week, I'm not taking you lightly. I am going to, you want to bring it? You bring it. Come on now. Just like The Rock said, just bring it. Just bring it, Jason. Let's go. Let's go, champion. Let's go. Defend your title in one of the most seriously contested and competitive Yahoo Fantasy leagues I've ever played in. No lie. You got David Saborin involved. This is competitive. Yeah. This man, like Kareem said, if I don't see David in the chat, that man is pouring over the whole Yahoo Fantasy League right now. So, Jason, you bring it. Come on now, Jason. Let's go. Let's go, Duke. Of course, Duke won last year. And you know what he got as a prize for winning our Yahoo Fantasy League? He won UNC Vince Carter, number 15 Tar Heels jersey, signed by Vince Carter. You don't tell me you don't get good prizes on the Raptor Freak channel. Thank you, benevolent Isaac Campbell. That is an amazing jersey that Jason won last year for winning our fantasy league. Of course, this year we've got a little mini Larry O'Brien with a championship ring and a nice case for our fantasy champion. That's right, Commissioner Fun. Trevor J., thank you for commissioning fun on this channel. Yeah, Duke, you're going down. Don't you talk no trash at me. I'm coming. It's going to be fun. Duke, I love you. And always nice to see you in the chat, my man. Yeah, one of the best fantasy managers I've ever been up against. This guy knows how to make his team win with whatever he's got. I don't know what he's doing. He told me the way I won at fantasy last year, Lex, was just taking your advice on the channel. And I'm like, what? Seriously? I'm like, well, awesome. I must be a good teacher because that dude knows how to play fantasy. He said he didn't even really play before. And he just listened to my tips and tricks. And boom, he fucked around and won the league. Jason, you are awesome, man. I just got to say that, man. Seriously. All right, Bradley's here. Cowboy. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. It's game day. Let's go, Raptors. Yeah. One more note about the fantasy league. JP lost to Peter. So he's not undefeated anymore. The dick pics has fallen. They're 16-1 now. It's crazy. So yeah, very, very interesting league going on. Very, very interesting competitive league we got here, guys. Crazy, crazy competitive. Yeah, Saborans. It's their fault. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Good morning to you, Cowboy. Cool Cat saying, I checked the ranking. Raptors can move up into the play-in. Yeah, we're close. We're going to get close. Now, in some ways, Atlanta won again yesterday, which is too bad. That we're kind of trying to catch them right now. And this is the thing. Atlanta's won the season series against us. We've played all the games against them. We're 2-2, but they win the tiebreaker. So, unfortunately, we've got to have a better record than Atlanta if we want to leapfrog them in the standings. Now, Brooklyn's going to plummet. We're going to probably pass Brooklyn. We'll be the team just below the play-in, and then we got to go up and catch one of those other teams, if not 2 or 3 of those teams, and get as deep into the play-in tournament as we can. Getting a playoff spot is not likely, but if we can get at least some play-in experience with these guys and hopefully win a play-in game this year, that will go a long way. Seriously, baby steps. Scotty gets us to the play-in, and he has a one and done, and it's way better than the game against DeAndre DeRozan and the Bulls last year. We will have proceeded in progress, and that's what we want. We want development and moving towards the Larry O'Brien, and there are steps to it, stair steps. It's not just jump up to Larry O'Brien. Let's take the stair steps. We got to take them step by step, and we'll get there. So we get a play-in. Scotty and the Raptors win a play-in game. That's a good step. That's a good step right there. That's a good step. Yeah. Bryce is saying, man, I hope we bring Gary back this offseason. Yes, we can. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we do too. I mean, he has to play better, though. I'm going to pay him what he's worth. If you really want to play here, Gary, well, you may have to take a pay cut just because of the way you've been playing. I don't know how it's going to go. What does Gary care about? Do you care about playing with Scotty and being in Toronto? Or do you want the money? That will determine a lot of this. Because in some ways, I don't want to overpay Gary Trent Jr. for what he gives us. I don't think that's a smart idea. And I don't think Bobby or Messiah are saying that's why Bobby says TBD, to be determined with Gary Trent Jr. It's like we got to determine whether the money's right for the investment and what we want and what we project that we will get from him. And I'm telling you, they do scheme. They're looking at all the stats. They're trying to do projections in the future. This year's projections off of his stats this year aren't the best. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, man. I just wish Gary could just help us get wins, string a bunch of wins in a row. Because if you have good games in a row, Gary, when you play really well and you're on, we win. So in some ways, if we win way more than we lose for the rest of the year, that is probably the way that you are coming back. Seriously. In some ways, if we win way more for the rest of the year, Gary is a big factor in that. And that will keep him in our jersey for next year. Yeah. Fiercely saying, is Tom Duke in the house? I can only do Bill Kennedy's menu. That's a lot of work. Yeah, those other guys don't necessarily deserve it. But yeah, Fiercely's bringing out the food today. Tommy's got the food down below. I see it. But I love that you're bringing out Bills for him. In some ways, you're the special server for Bill Kennedy. You can come out and like drop the food with a smile and say, Bill, we love you. And Fiercely's just like, she just felt like, you know what? I like you so much. I want to bring your food out for you. That's what Fiercely just did. That's right. She's going to bring out that wine. Look at that wine glass. What a nice Merlot. And then there's a nice ribeye steak there. I see it. Yeah. Okay. Bill's good. Bill's good. I would keep Bill happy, and hopefully he takes care of the Raptors tonight. And there's the karaoke mic too. Well, don't do what our announce crew does, Bill Kennedy, and eat your steak while you're singing a song. No, Bill. Could you see that? Bill Kennedy sitting in a restaurant eating a steak and drinking the Merlot, and then taking the microphone and trying to sing like a Luther Vandross song at the same time with a mouthful of meat. No, that would be crazy. Don't be like Jack Armstrong and Matt Devlin, trying to do your job, talking with food in your mouth. Where's some food? I need to put food in my mouth. Maybe I'm going to be like, Matt and Jack rubbed off on me, and I'm going to do all my streams like eating the whole time while I'm on here now. Could you guys get used to that? I think I'd drop in subscribers just because food would be falling out of my mouth, or I'd be talking with my mouth full, and y'all would be like disgusted. You would be like, what the fuck is Lex doing? He's grossing me out. Look at, what is he eating? What is he eating? And it's all falling out of his mouth while he's trying to talk. Yeah. That's why I went to broadcasting school, and they told me not to do that. Jack Armstrong and Matt Devlin eating your jerk chicken during the game. All right, let's keep going. Kareem saying, I'm also advocating for Kelly Olynyk to get a thicker headband snap. I think these are important Raptors issues. I think this is very important, Kareem. I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, what is this little skinny, like, it's like a teenage girl's little, like, headband thing. What is that, Kelly? What is that? Can we get a full fledged, like, big time, real headband? Come on now. Can we get some Canada Maple Leafs on a headband all the way around? Like, really lean into this? Come on now. Yeah, I'm with you, Kareem. This is an important issue. Let's get a poll up in the Raptor Freak community tab and find out what people think Kelly should be putting around his head. Yeah, I'm with you, Kareem. Just slightly not serious today. All right, let's see. Trevor's saying it was given to Americans to go to Cuba when Obama was in office, but it was taken away when Donald Trump came into office. Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember this. You're exactly right, Trevor. There was a window of period where Americans could go to Cuba while Obama was president, but Trump said, no, screw that Fidel Castro communist country. No, no, no. And Trump shut the door. Well, that sounds like anti-freedom. He told people they couldn't go to Cuba. He's telling y'all what you can't do. That is wrong. Fascist, and that is the conservative parties of both the United States and Canada right now. Fascist and controlling. Donald Trump told people they couldn't go to Cuba. That's not freedom, America. That is not freedom. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah, Dana saying, good morning, everyone. Happy game day. Happy game day to you, Dana. Always happy to see Canadian Dana. And I hope that finger comes off the DL soon because we need it back in there for people like Donald Trump. That's right. Fiercey saying, ref, please be nice on the calls. Well, we know Bill Kennedy. You just brought him a beautiful steak. You brought him the microphone. He's happy. He's going to come up there and he's going to sing you a song, Fiercey. There might be a challenge tonight, and Bill Kennedy's going to be like, Toronto has called a challenge on the out of bounds play. And then he'll sing, oh, I'm never going to give you up. Oh. And he starts singing. Yeah, that'd be awesome. If, like, all of a sudden in the middle of the game, Bill Kennedy just broke into a karaoke song at the challenge microphone, I would be all about that. I'd be like, wow, we're getting a little bit of bang for a buck. A 2-for-1 deal. Basketball and a beautiful song by Bill Kennedy. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, be nice. Tom Duke saying, good day, Raptor Freak family. And here is the food. He's got the cowboy. He doesn't have the skill. He's got the knife. He's chopping that cheese. He's putting it in the grill. There's the cow. They got to slaughter it, put it on there for Bill so he can get the steak. Although Fiercey already brought it. I mean, all right, Tom, you're going to bring the cow in here. We needed it processed. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to feed Elsie and let Elsie live. I'm not going to slaughter the cow. We have the steak. Fiercely brought the steak. So we're going to leave the cows. You're spared, Elsie. You are spared, just like Tom the turkey on Thanksgiving by the president. We're sparing you today. We already have a steak for Bill. That's good. It's good. There's another glass of wine, though. I'm sure Bill won't say no to a second glass of wine. Then what is that? A cocktail? That looks like some sort of alcoholic beverage for, is that for Jason Goebel? Then there's another alcoholic beverage. Oh, and there's the sticky rice and the mango for Brandon Schwab. Yeah, all right, good stuff. Chef Tom Duke, bon appetit. The food is there. That's right. G is saying Trey is out for, I believe, minimum 4 weeks, but Hawks won convincingly without him. Could also be opponent's defense hasn't adapted without Trey, but this will be something to watch in our quest to play in. Yeah, you know what? I will say this, and this is part of the reason why I would say before I never want Trae Young on my team, is because he is a liability. For as much as how he is good and great shooting and his little antics falling all over the place trying to get fouls and bullshit, he is horrible on defense. In fact, this is what the Hawks were saying, the fans, after we beat them the other night, is that Trey is killing us. The Raptors went at him and fucked up the Hawks partly because Trae Young's liabilities. And, well, it may be a weird situation where their franchise player is out and their team actually plays better without him. That could actually start happening right now. Seriously. I'm telling you, he's just a liability as a player on the court. There's you saw how Scotty would go down there and was trying to bully him. Yeah, he's a weakness. He is a weakness. And in some ways, a shooter, is erratic. A shooter can be cold. He can go 4 for 30. Well, that's his best strength. And then he's really useless then. If he's really, really cold and he's a defensive liability. Yeah. That's why I would never, ever have Trae Young on the Toronto Raptors if I was a GM. He's not a good player to have on your roster. Let's just put it that way. He's a black hole. He's going to demand the ball. He's going to shoot a lot. He's not a winning player. He's never going to win an NBA championship. In some ways, the way he is, he is going to block it. He could go to another team and there will be better players on it, but he's going to demand the ball. He's going to take it away from them, and they're going to suck because of that. He could be on a team where he's the 4th best player, but he will screw it up. Watch. He will screw it up. So I will say this right now. Trae Young will never, ever, ever win an NBA Larry O'Brien. He just won't. It's not logical to happen. And Atlanta, if you think that you can win a championship with Trae Young as your franchise player, y'all are fucking stupid. I'm just going to say that. Watch. Y'all are going to play better with him out in the next 4 weeks. Y'all are going to have a winning record almost. You'll be about 500, but just barely over. But you'll look better than you have while he's playing. And it's going to be a big mystery and a controversy in your team. You're going to be like, what the fuck? We're better without Trae Young. Yeah, let's just watch over the next month and see if old Lex is right again. Cowboys saying, I hope to see more minutes for DJ Carton and Abaji. Let's go, Trent. Keep Trenton. Keep shooting, Grady. Yeah. Yeah, I love those wishes, Cowboy. I wish for those things too. I want to see more minutes for DJ Carton. I want to see him get out there and do some cool stuff. Of course, Oshai had a breakout game, his best game as a Raptor in the last game. Let's see him build on that. Let's see him build on that. I want to see more of the defensive chops. I want to see more open threes bombed and made by Oshai. Yeah, I'm all about that. And keep shooting, Grady and Gary. You guys are stretching that floor. We got shooters now. So shooters got to shoot. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Tom. Yes, Tom. 100% Tom. That's right. Blackhawk has got RJ on blast right here. I love it, Neil. Let's see RJ come back from 1 game absence because of the back-to-back. As I said, he's going to be missing one of the games of all back-to-backs. It's not because he's hurt. It's just for management with his knee. And, yeah, RJ will be back tonight. Oh, yeah, RJ is going to be back. That's right. Tom's saying it's a huge test. Fiercey saying, Lex sneezing, bless you. Thank you, Fiercey. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't often sneeze on this stream. I do have allergies and I sneeze all the time. You can ask Adriana, but because I'm usually talking so much, I don't think I get into sneeze mode on here very often. Chris is saying, watch the Rockets in the OKC. SGA is so amazing, but Raptors freaks. Fred VanVleet is not much these days. Very limited. So much better with IQ. Amazing how it all worked out. See, look at Chris. Chris is pointing out, like he's looking at Fred right now. And I know, listen, this is near the end of the season. We're getting to the last stretch of the season. This always happens to Fred, especially if these guys are doing things like they didn't learn from Nick Nurse and what happened. You know, we ran Fred to the ground the year we played the Sixers in the first round. And, you know, that was a learning lesson for the Raptors franchise. Well, in some ways, maybe the Houston Rockets franchise does not understand that lesson. They're going to learn it now. Yeah, in some ways, you got to really watch Fred's minutes. Him playing so many minutes for so many years in recent years, he's worn his body down. And when you get to this part of the season, his production changes. Let's just put it that way. When he's fresh at the beginning of the season, yeah, he's electric. He's crazy. He's good. But now it may be like this. And Rockets fans may be a little bit like, what's going on with Fred? What's wrong with him? He probably has nagging injuries from the season already. And they're affecting his play is what it is, Rockets Nation. I'm going to tell you that right now. No, I'm with you, Chris. I like where we're at with this. As much as Nick Nurse said everybody is where they should be right now. Well, in this case, this is true about this situation as far as with Quickly being here and unfortunately Fred not being here, but we still love him and honor him. Happy 30th, Freddie. Happy 30th. Yeah, I'm with you. SGA is amazing. You know, Tommy, he gave me this SGA Team Canada jersey. And you know what? I was an asshole. I was like, wow, that's great. I shouldn't have acted that way, Tom. I don't know what my problem was that day. Because I keep looking at it and I'm like, I'm thinking about this more and more. And I'm like, holy shit, you know, Tommy gave me a jersey that's probably going to be the MVP this year. And, you know, this summer, when I don that jersey for Team Canada games, I'm going to wear it very proudly. I'm going to be honest. SGA is not somebody I've been very big fan of in a lot of different ways. He kind of went under the radar with me. Oklahoma City is not a team that's flashy to me. Even when he was on the Clippers, he wasn't somebody that I was paying a whole lot of attention to. I knew he was Canadian, but he wasn't really somebody like RJ, somebody that I was more in my face. And I'm grown to love Gilgeous Alexander so much more just from watching him at the World Cup last year, and just see his dominance and his rise in the NBA scene as a top MVP candidate. So, man, Tommy, thank you. And I wish I hadn't been such a shit in that moment. Because in some ways, you know what it was? I was like, I wanted the Dylan Brooks jersey. And I was like, oh, it's not the Dylan Brooks jersey. It's like, yeah, I'm going to get the Dylan Brooks jerseys later. I was going to give you the SGA, but if we can switch, you can switch it later if you really want the Brooks jersey. Tommy's just being so kind and nice, and I'm being a little shit. I'm like, Tommy, I apologize. I should have been more gracious in your gift and not being such a little fucker in the way I reacted to it. I cherish that jersey, and you will see it on this channel this summer. You will see it on this channel this summer for sure, my guy. Yeah, SGA, I'm becoming a bigger fan of his. And in some ways, it is really special that Tom gave me that jersey. Fiercely saying, off topic, fam, why do we say bless you when someone sneezes? This is a pretty good question. I like this. I don't know. You know what it is? I've heard this, Fiercey, that when you sneeze, a part of your spirit escapes. That in some ways you say bless you to someone when they're sneezing because they're in the weakened state, that they're actually vulnerable. That when somebody's sneezing, they can't defend themselves. So it's like the evil spirits can attack them, or somebody could come up and shank them real quick. Sneezing, hachoo, hachoo. Somebody's stabbing me in the side. It's to bless you in the moment of weakness so that you're okay, so that you're all right. In some ways, I've heard you're blessed because a little spirit of you came out and it's going up because you sneezed it out. So it's like, bless you, little spirit. Shh. I don't know. Those are the two things I think I've heard, that you're in a weakened state when you sneeze, and there's a part of you that comes out of spirit part, and you have to bless it when it leaves. I think that's what it is. You guys saying 100% in the chat? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I may be just making something up. Let's see. We do the same in French, but I was taught to say it since I was a kid. I don't even know why, but I repeat it. That's what I've heard, but I may be really wrong and stupid. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Everybody does it. I mean, there's Gesundheit. Gesundheit. A lot of people do it. It's a weird thing. Let's see. Cowboy saying blessed. I agree. Tom, this is a great test tonight. Let's go. That's right. That's right, Bradley. This is a fantastic test. This is a fantastic test for sure. Chris is saying at Fiercey because it's that thoughts. It's thought that one's heart stops for a moment. See, that's kind of like what I'm saying. You're vulnerable. You're like in a state where achoo, achoo, somebody could kick you in the head. That kind of stuff. Somebody kicks you in the head while you're sneezing. That's pretty mean. Let's see. It's because the heart stops. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was what it was. Holy crap. Let's see. Duke saying this is a leap year. So 366 days. Thanks for the correction, Jason. You're still going down. Fiercely saying, ooh, okay, nice. Thank you, Chris and Cowboy. Yeah, this is something we're learning here. We learn everything. We're learning Raptor stuff. We're learning about why we say bless you when somebody sneezes. Very, very fun. It's all over the place with this, but it's fun. I love it. All right, let me see what else you guys are saying. I lost my place, so let me just bullshit for a second. There it is. All right. Tommy's saying that is true. Never thought about that, Duke. Kind of cool. Let's make the most of that extra day, folks. Have really had Spicy Pascal's quote on my mind since he left. Stop playing piano with your life. That's what Tommy's living in mantra to. It's like Tommy's like, how can I stop playing piano with my life? He's like, stop fucking around with your life, Tom. And he's going to figure out how he gets away from those ivories. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's a leap year. So that means we get the 30th of February this week. Yeah, so it's just like February 30th is occurring this year. It only happens every 4 years. So that's kind of cool. Extra day to February. In some ways, it's better for your rent. You got, February is such a short month. Yeah, do I really have to pay the full rent, landlord? It's like a short month. Yeah, you do. Well, at least it's a leap year, and I get an extra year this time, an extra day. Tommy's saying maybe eat pizza that day if there's nothing to sell, if there's something to celebrate. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Leap day pizza party, guys. Let's go. We'll all eat pizza on that day in honor of it. Let's say leap year, leap day pizza party. Even though we're not together, we'll just have pizza on our own in our own little places. And there's Tommy with his spicy pizza. You don't leave it on the piano. That's what I'll say. Name was saying it's gonna be a Badalia's pizza party tonight. There you go, Paisano. Yeah, I don't even know why you always are you working for them? Are you like trying to do advertisements for Badali's pizza? Because you keep bringing them up. Is it just your favorite? It's like, do you have a contract? It's so specific. He keeps bringing up Badali's pizza. Badali's. It's got to be Badali's. Cool Cat saying Pacers fed the ball to Miles Turner over and over, and he is not known for consistency. So for Raptors game, I predict he will be off. Laugh out loud. That was probably a matchup. You know, they probably had a really good matchup against Kleber and them with Miles Turner. Listen, I don't know why you say he's not known for consistency, because I don't see that. I seen him as a very reliable double guy for pretty much the whole 10 years he's been in the league. That I just don't. When you describe Turner like that, I'm like, is this the same Miles Turner that I know? That double machine that is very consistent? Because I don't know. I don't know. I know you keep saying that we're going to have an advantage at that position, but I'm not totally sure about that. I think we had the advantage in the last game because he was gone and Jalen Smith was gone, and they were using their third center against us in that game. And in some ways, I'm a little bit interested to see the changes with their two centers coming back, Miles Turner and Jalen Smith. And I am not as confident as you, Cool Cat, as far as our advantage with having 7-footers over those guys. I'll just put it that way. I respect Miles Turner because honestly, I've been watching what he's been doing this year. He's on my fantasy team, and he's been very good. He's unsung on that team. He gets overlooked. In some ways, he is like the cornerstone, most important person on that team, just because his longevity with the team, his understanding of the course of the team, and just the citizenship as a Pacer this whole time. You got to think about what Miles has been through. He's been the OG Anunoby of their team, always in trade rumors for like 8 years, and just such a loyal, good guy, Lego enthusiast. I think you're underestimating Miles Turner, is what I'll say right now. I'll say that. Chris is saying, I was glad I heard that Trae Young is out for 4 weeks. Well, that just goes along with your evilness about it the other day. Trae Young. Let's see. Not really, but maybe. And we'll hope Fred and Pascal do well. Maybe, but not really. Go Raptors is as far as my mind takes me. Okay, Chris. A little wishy-washy on whether you're like, oh, I'm going for Fred and Pascal, but maybe not. Okay. Well, listen, as long as you got your allegiance to the Raptors, we're good. We're good. That's all good. It's all good. All the other stuff is optional. Optional. Jason's saying maybe treat myself to some takeout on the 29th and enjoy the day, Tom. Yeah. Is it the 29th the extra day, or is the 28th? The 28th is there's only 28 days. That's right. So it's the 29th is the extra day. Why did I say the 30th was the extra day? Man, they really shortchanged February with days. 28 days? And we get one more day, it's 29. That's right. That's right. Why did I say February 30th? That's something that doesn't exist. I don't know. Either way, we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. That's right. Name is saying with Kelly and Pirtle, who the heck is scared of Turner? Not me. Okay, so Nameless is in Team Cool Cat. All right. Well, I want to see Kelly come in and play against Miles Turner, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. They talked to Pirtle about lineups with him and Kelly involved at the same time in the practice interview yesterday. And Pirtle's like, yeah, we're just scratching the surface. We've barely done this yet. But yeah, this is something we can do. Play Kelly and I at the same time. I'm excited about that. It's a very big lineup. In some ways, it's an interesting lineup. And we'll see it. I'm sure we'll see it. We might even see it some tonight. We'll have to see. Tom Duke saying, nice. Let's go. Let's go, Tommy. Let's go to Indianapolis and watch the Pacers lose to the Raptors today. That's right. Jill's here. Good to see Jillian Moody, a great Raptor freak, a passionate Raptor freak, somebody who really loves the Raptors, and we love you too, Jill. Good morning to you. Let's see. Cowboy saying, alley-oop, Nameless. My name is Nameless. My name is Nameless. Hello. Can we see your name on the sheet here? because you're at the Raptors open coaches open house, and we have to see if your name's on the list. What's your name, sir? Nameless. Oh, you need to help us here. Tell us what your name is. There's a lot of people behind you. We need to get them through. Can you please stop this mess you're doing? My name is Nameless. Ooh. Seymour said, let's go, freaks and freakettes. Keep the streak alive. Streak alive. Yes, Sheriff. Mountain Time, holding it down. Trevor's saying, no, I'm not working the movie. I'm just going to watch live. Watch. I live in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, so you're not actually working on the movie, but you can see it outside and you're watching them do it. Cool. Well, let us know if you see anybody slap Will Smith across the face. Yeah. Nameless is laughing. Duke Rocks is saying, or maybe get drunk and finish a two for ad. Finish a 2-4 and 5 shots of some lot 40 whiskey in honor of the 29th. Holy crap. Hey, you do your live, Duke. Well, I'm gonna beat you in fantasy. You may need to drink after the whooping I do to you in fantasy basketball. Duke, you might need that drink. This is good shit talking. All right, let's see. Cool guy saying, Lex, Pascal and Holly stepped back and did a lot of passing and setup and defense and fed Miles Turner the ball a lot and others. Pascal will still feel weird tonight and Raptors are motivated. I like this. I think you're right. I think the last part's right. It's still surreal and creepy. I mean, the picture for the stream looks weird, seeing Siakam in yellow going at Scotty. It just looks so strange to see Pascal in another team's jersey. I don't know how or soon if I ever will get used to that. I'm serious. It's just that in some ways he's still going through that too. It's like he looks in the mirror and he said, "What? I'm wearing a Pacers jersey. What the fuck happened?" It's like, "Holy crap! I'm wearing yellow." He didn't expect this. He did not expect this. And well, it's the reality of now. It's gonna be crazy. Well, I mean, it makes sense that those guys were setting up Turner. You know, Rick Carlisle's smart. If he has a mismatch and he can utilize Miles Turner and he can become the top scorer for the game, this is not a rare thing. You can see Miles Turner be the number one guy on that team for that night because he has a mismatch where he can just like do stuff. So this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. Cowboys saying Jillian and the Mountain Standard Time, aka Sheriff, in the house. Raptors win by 15 plus tonight. Grady's setting a new career high, and Carton gets a poster dunk on Turner. Okay. Nostradamus. We see Bradley has got his foresight glasses on, and he's saying that we're going to win by 15 plus tonight. I'm all about it. I love it. In some ways, I don't want a close game tonight, even though they've been exciting and very, very good, entertaining basketball. I kind of want to beat the Pacers by a good margin. And let's not have any kind of like, the Atlanta game was close. This game, I want to be a little bit like not as like the other Pacers games. We're very close and determined right at the end. Let's get a double-digit win, get that 100% Canadian maple syrup lead, and build on it. Tap that tree and get that syrup flowing, and pour it on real thick on top of that stack of pancakes, and get a big, huge lead and just beat their ass. In some ways, we want to have fun tonight and no stress on Cali's stress meter. Just keep it easy, Raptors, and let's just cruise to victory. Wire-to-wire win. Get the lead right away, get a 10-0 lead, and then just run with it right on to the end. That's what I want to see tonight. That's right. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying this morning in the chat on a preview day for the Indiana Pacers and the Raptors in Indianapolis. That's like kind of a tongue twister. Try to say in Indianapolis real quick. In Indianapolis. I kind of got it right, I guess. Let's see. Seymour saying, salute to Cowboy. Do you own a cowboy hat like Bruce Brown? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Cowboy's got cowboy hats. He doesn't have as many as Bruce Brown, though. Nobody has as many cowboy hats as Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown's got cowboy hats like Imelda Marcos had shoes. And I'll just say that right now. I mean, the man's got like 30 cowboy hats. It's what I'm hearing. Bruce Brown's got all kinds of cowboy hats. That's right. Cowboys saying, cool runnings filmed in Cowtown. Yeah, it was filmed in Calgary because it was the Olympics. And it was kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, those guys, the bad guys on the other teams were assholes. I was like, man, these guys are out of pocket. And listen, that movie's old. That movie is now 30 years old. And it shows where we come from as a society in some ways. Like, this is a movie that is got a lead, an African American lead, and John Candy's not the main character. He's the coach, and he's just kind of this side. It's Leon, and in some ways, that's progressive and really awesome, and it's from that perspective. But still, within that movie, there are some parts of it that are not as woke and PC as they should be. It's just the way you see over time, passage of time. You can watch an old show like What's Happening and be like, this is entertaining, this is fun, but you can see some of the ways that society has gone and changed, and some stuff is cringe. Some stuff ain't right. And some of the conflict between the Jamaican bobsled team and the other bobsled teams was borderline like, you don't belong here. What are you doing here? Kind of stuff. You could look at it through a racial lens, and it's a little cringy and a little bit like, and when you think about it in today's society with our mindsets of today. So it's even a well-intentioned movie that's actually celebrated, isn't looked at as racist in any kind of way. You can still go back and look at them and you'll be like seeing, wow, we've come a long way in 30 years. Even though this is a very positive movie and it's got a great message, it's still got moments in it that are like, holy shit, that's fucked up what he just said. It's crazy. But yeah, I loved watching it. And it's crazy that I hadn't seen it until yesterday. I'm glad I rectified that. I'm glad I finally saw it. Seymour saying, I've been to Ranchman's Bar too, where John Candy filmed Cool Runnings. Cool. That one bar where they're all in there that I'm talking about when they have the fight. And that, I think he's like the Swiss guy or what? I don't know what country he is. East Germany or something. And he's like a real jerk. He's like, yeah, you don't deserve to be here and all this kind of stuff. And it's like they're the only black people there and everybody's white. And I'm just like, yeah, this is kind of fucked up in some ways. And like, but that's the way they wanted to do the movie, and it was well done, and it told a good story. And honestly, it's just a really good movie. Honestly, John Candy's interesting in it. It's one of his last films. There's one part where he's talking to them and he's meeting the guys. They're trying to get him to come and coach them, and they're in his club. And he's like, they're like behind a wall, and they pop out and they're like trying to talk to him. Will you coach us? Will you coach us? And he grabs his heart like this. Oh, well, I know John Candy does improvises when he acts in movies. A lot of the stuff he would say or do with his mannerisms is not in the script. He's just such a good comedian and artist and improviser that I think when he clutched his heart, that's a tell that he was having kind of health issues at that time. That was his impetus, was to go like, oh, and I don't know. It's a sad thing that he died so young. The amazing amount of work that he did at his up until he died in his 40s is absolutely incredible. And man, John Candy, a legend. Toronto's own. We love you, Johnny Toronto. We always will. We always will. Bryce Lawson saying, have y'all ever seen Society of the Snow? Such a bizarre but good movie. I've never heard of it. I don't know how to riff on this. I will say, Bryce, that I live in Canada and we are a Society of Snow. Not presently, though. Thank goodness. I was really happy with the timing of the All-Star weekend with the weather that we had here. Of course, we don't want them being here when it's all miserably cold and a lot of snow. And the weather got real nice before they got back for the game against Brooklyn last week. It got better, and it's way better now. So when they come back after the game tonight, I like that. I kind of pay attention to when the Raptors are coming and going from the city on their road trips and how the Toronto weather is when they come back, because I don't want it to be a society of snow when the Raptors are here. Although I know they enjoy it. Some of them, they think it's kind of cool. Some of them probably don't. No, they don't. Some of them don't. Scotty was in amazement of all the snow coming down before he left to go to Indianapolis for the All-Star weekend. He's like, there was a lot of snow that came down on that Thursday. Yeah, there was, Scott. Yeah, there was. In some ways, I wish you had already gone to Indianapolis before you saw that. All right, let's keep going. Cowboy saying, I did own a cowboy hat before. I'm still looking for it right now. Good old Ranchman's. Yeah, he's been there. Someone actually stole the Cool Runnings bobsled from Ranchman's, then brought it back because everybody's going crazy. That's good. That's good. So they keep their bobsled at that bar. Wow, that sounds like a really, like, if you're a big fan of that movie, you have to go to that Ranchman's bar. That's awesome. That was where the bar fight happened and all that stuff. Yeah. Seymour saying it's a national treasure, the Jamaican bobsled. It's amazing, and I can understand. Like even in the movie, with the parts with the people watching them back in Jamaica, I'm sure that's the way it was in real life when that team actually was competing. And in that movie, when they crash, that's actually the real crash. That they used that footage in the movie of the real Jamaican bobsled team when they crashed, because there is factualness to the story. It's not exactly factual, of course, but it's definitely based on true events. Definitely based on. Cowboys saying it 100%. Duke saying embarrassed, but thanks for the build-up, Lex. Love the jersey. Some great managers in this league this year. Yeah. This will be tough for you to repeat, Jason. Yeah, don't be embarrassed, man. I will tell the legend of Jason Duke Rocks. Yeah, you're a nice guy, man. And in some ways, I was really happy to meet you when I brought you the jersey. And I hope you just have good things going on, man. And I know, if you win again, I got to come meet you again. Seymour saying, save the bag for Grady. Don't overpay Gary Trent. Yeah. I mean, listen, we're going to pay who's worth it. We got a smart front office that I trust, and they're not going to invest in some dead wood for our roster. No. We don't want that. That's the big problem in this league. There's a lot of dead wood out there, Lonzo Ball. And you don't want that kind of dead wood on your roster taking up big chunks of your salary because it hurts your team quality and output. So this is a big thing. The Raptors have been really smart about not having dead keys on their piano. We were talking about, well, stop playing piano with your life, Lex. Well, we don't have any dead keys. Most of the keys on our piano play music. That's the problem. Malachi Flynn was one of those keys that was kind of, when it's kind of halfway sticking and it doesn't make a full tone. It's kind of, it's like, oh man, I wish this wasn't sticking so much. This one key, it's not sounding right. Yeah, let's get rid of that dead note. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Seymour saying the last 5 seasons we brought in shooters who couldn't throw a beach ball in the ocean. Grady has that stroke. Pause. Yeah, pause. Pause yourself, Seymour. Pause yourself on that when you're talking about Grady. Man, listen, we're just scratching the surface on Emmanuel Quickly's greatness and Scotty Barnes and the dick jokes. Just scratching the surface on the dick jokes. I'm telling you, there is a plethora of crazy ass dick jokes that can be derived from Grady Dick playing in the basketball in the NBA, and we're going to hear more and more of them. There may be some very creative ones. The New Orleans Pelicans announcers going crazy with their shit to the point where one of their announcers had to start calling him Grady Richard. Well, I'm going to hear more of this crazy stuff. We're going to hear it at some point. That's right. Yeah, Grady has that stroke. Okay, Seymour. Yeah. Cowboys saying, alley-oop the sheriff. Yeah, Grady is a sniper. He is a sniper with that stroke. All right, we'll give Seymour a dunk for his cheap dick joke this morning. So, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. That's 20 dunks in 2024 for the sheriff. All right, let's see. Jill saying no care about the headband. No one cares about the headband? No, this is important, Jill. Come on now. I know. I'm being sarcastic, Jill. I know. Let's see. Seymour saying dead eye shooter. Yeah, Grady. Yeah. Jill's like, come on, Jill. Let's get Kelly a better headband. He can afford a wider one. He needs a thicker headband. He needs a NBA regulation one, and not one of those ones you get at Pangea or Patagonia or whatever. Some hiker's headband. You get it like an outdoor fitment shop or something like that. It's like that's a Patagonia headband. Ooh, I'm from West BC. I don't know. I'm not making fun of y'all out there. I'm just saying he's from out there. Kareem saying, if Gary dunks the ball tonight, the front office will resign him. Pay close attention. Okay, Kareem, you know this for a fact that Bobby and Messiah are like watching for Gary to dunk, and then they're like, yes, we have to resign him. Okay, all right. Jill saying, Seymour, Cowboy. Yeah, Cowboy. Yeah. Chris is saying, let's not get too excited. Gary is still the better player. Grady needs to do what he's doing off the bench. No sense to throw him in the starters role. Don't upset the apple cart. I think Chris is right. I don't want to rush Grady. I think that if we give him too much responsibility too soon, it may look really awkward and bad. Right now, it seems like he's in a place. Like we got to think about Scotty's rookie year. Think about how we played Scotty in his rookie year. He didn't have a lot of duties, and he just played. He just got to have fun. In some ways, that's what Grady's doing right now. When you start putting him in places like the starters lineup or even considering him as the sixth man, those kind of roles can put pressure and change things. Right now, if we can just let him play and just be like, yeah, just do what you do, bro. There's no duties or anything. You're not a starter. You're not this. Just go out there and have fun and continue to develop. That's kind of the attitude we need to have. Of course, in the second year of Scotty, he got more responsibilities. He didn't really expand his stats, and everybody thought he was regressing. That was not what was happening. He had more responsibilities, and that's the thing we're talking about with Grady right now. We're going to give him more responsibilities down the road, but right now, let's just let him play within himself and have fun and let the game come to him, just like Scotty in his rookie year. Those times will come, and Chris is very wise to say this. He's exactly right. Let's not push him too fast because we can't mess him up in his development if we do. So I think he's right. I think he's exactly right. In fact, earlier this week, we said Grady will be in this role he's in right now, the way he is. Maybe next year he's more like a six man, and then maybe the year after that he's a starter. There's got to be everything in its right order. And he's right. Don't upset the apple cart. That's right. Hawks have no defense, is what Jill's saying. And some will say that the Pacers don't either. You know, the Pacers and the Hawks are very similar, but the Pacers are better than the Hawks. Better offense, maybe slightly better defense. I don't know. But they're similar teams. And in some ways, we play these kind of teams very well. And that's a good thing. Let's see. Jill's saying Grady is not Gary. Yeah. And Gary is not Grady, and vice versa. They're two separate people. I've seen them in the same room, and they're two different people. That's right. Seymour saying Hawks coach snapped, thought he was going to pull a Bobby Knight and throw a chair and shit. Yeah, he was crazy. He was absolutely crazy. Quinn Snyder on Friday night when Trae Young was rolling around on the ground acting. Oh, my gosh. Trae Young, you should apologize to the mental anguish you inflicted on Quinn Snyder when you went down like that, rolling around on the floor like a fish flopping out of water. Yeah, you really made mental trauma for your coach. He thought you were really hurt and you were faking. You should feel bad about that. You should go hug your coach and say, Coach, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm sorry I scared you. Oh, I was so worried about you, Trae. I was so mad and I was so worried. Oh, my emotions are all over the place. I'm sorry I fooled you. I'm sorry I made you feel like I was hurt. I'm so sorry. I'm a piece of crap. You know, I don't know. Maybe that exchange happened later. I would hope so, because look at the anguish and the trauma that Trae Young put his own coach through with his shenanigans of acting. Oh my gosh. The trauma, the mental trauma he put Quinn Snyder through, worrying about his franchise player. That was pretty funny. Kareem saying, I see pride, I see power, I see a black man who won't take shit from nobody once again. Yeah, that was awesome. There are a lot of good messages in there. In some ways, I didn't like the way people were talking down to the Jamaican team. I didn't like the way they got scared, like because John Candy got a pool cue. He's like, they're running out the door. That's messed up. What is that? You know, what is that? I don't know. There were a couple of things about the movie that I didn't like, but most of it I really, really liked. And it's an amazing story, amazing message. And that's what matters. Wayne's saying conservatives are only like rich white communists, Russians, not black communists, Cuba and Venezuela. Every racist is a conservative. However, not every conservative is a racist. They're both stupid, though. This is interesting. I want to parse this out and do this correctly. Sergeant Wayne's trainer gave me a very interesting comment. Okay, so conservatives are only like rich white communists, Russians, not black communists. Yeah, it's a weird thing because in some ways, all right, we could say like Putin is conservative and kind of very controlling, dictatorial. He's not really like a representative leader of his people. And in some ways, that's very fascist. In some ways, someone would say Castro is a fascist also in Cuba. But the thing about Castro was he was for the people, and he brought real communism, and as in everybody's going to get stuff. And in some ways, the socialism of it is really good. The healthcare, the social programs, the things for people. But some people don't like it because the freedom of being able to make as much money as they want, they get upset. That's the difference right there. The problem, all the Cubans in Florida that hate Castro were the ones who wanted to fucking make huge amounts of money, and they were capped in Cuba. They didn't have those kind of opportunities because in some ways the economy was different because of the communism, and they weren't allowed to go the American dream and just go fucking and get excess wealth. That's just nobody really needs. In some ways, the people that are anti-Castro were greedy fuckers who wanted to go to Miami and have big boats and mansions. I really look at it that way. Some people say, no, they were freedom fighters. They wanted their freedom. Well, I mean, listen, you're in a country where you're taken care of and things are good, but it's like, well, I can't take off and do things. That is the argument right there. So I agree with you. In some ways, look, the communists of Central America, South America, and Cuba were actually like for the people. In some ways, their programs and things were actually very good for their people. And it's not the same. And I like Wayne's distinction here. I think he's right. I think he's right. I don't know if every racist is conservative. I don't know if that's exactly true. I think that it is true. There are racist liberals out there too. So it's not all cut and dry exactly right, though. It's not all cut and dry. They are both stupid, though. Yeah, racists and conservatives are both stupid. And if you're both, you're doubly stupid. Yeah. Randolph saying, game day, Raptors freaks. Blessings. We will win again. Blessings to you, Randolph Phillips and the Phillips family, everybody else. Game day. Let's get it. Raptorize your day, get it the right way, and let's hope that the Raptors do it themselves too. Let's see. Kareem saying, Trevor is so inspirational. He has great gratitudes every morning and is blessed to be able to travel and meet great people along the way. Trevor, you don't need to pay me for that plug. Just take me to a game. There you go. Yeah, Kareem deserves to go to a game. You can come through Toronto again. Come with us. We'll go. We'll do the meet and greet. Trevor, come to the open coach's house. That would be amazing if Trevor J made it there. Yeah. Jill saying SGA is the bomb. I agree. I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan as time goes on. Cowboys saying this game is going to be fire. And yes, big up yourself, Trevor J. Yeah, big up to all you guys. Tommy Dookie saying we are switching the jerseys. I want the SGA one. You can have the villain one. Tommy saying we are going to switch still because he has it in his mind to do it because of the conversation we had. All right. I mean, listen, in some ways, I've grown accustomed to the one you left here, Tommy. In some ways, I'm accepting the one here. So we do not ever make that exchange. It won't be a huge deal. But now Tommy's like, I do want the SGA one. Listen, we'll do it however you want to, Tom. These are your jerseys. And I just feel very blessed and lucky that you want me to have one of the two jerseys. That's the most important thing. But it's your choice. If you want the Dylan one, you want the SGA one, whichever one you want to go. In some ways, I want an RJ one in the mix or a Kelly one. In some ways, those are the ones we need to get, Tommy, because those are like getting two birds with one stone, like a Linux and the Barrett one. I don't know. Casey Bannerman, you're awesome. Your products are really good. Check out Casey Bannerman Designs online. He has a Scotty Barnes All-Star jersey. I don't know if it's sold out yet. Maybe, probably very much sold out. But listen, stay on top of what he's putting out because they go quick. They're made limited, and they're going to be worth money later. Casey Bannerman Designs. So keep on top of them. Seriously. All right, Tommy, you're in charge of our jerseys. You decide what you want to do. I'll go with it no matter what. And I apologize for being a shit when you gave me that jersey that day. Let's see. I was in a weird headspace around when you visited, just so you know. I was a lot of weird stuff going on. Jill saying, bless you, because people used to die due to colds and flu. That could be part of it right there. It's like maybe, yeah, Jill's right. Like in the very bad pandemic, weird epidemic days where modern medicine wasn't that good, you could literally die while you're sneezing. So it's like, oh, bless you. You might be dying right this second. That's probably right. Jill's probably right. Kareem saying the say bless you because your whole body shuts down for a split second and basically you survive. That's amazing. Wow, we really are learning something today. That makes sense. Tom saying, I'm just kidding. All good. Tommy, you are in charge of the Team Canada Casey Bannerman jerseys. If you want that one, you want this one, we'll do whatever you want. All right. I love you, Tom. And I'm just so happy that you're participating once again with us. You are the guy, dude. You're the dude. Cece's here. Good to see Cece. Long-time Raptor freak. Long-time watcher. Cece is my person. I love you, Cece. People used to believe a person was possessed by the devil when a person sneezed back in the day. Therefore, people said, bless you. They just want to make sure, that devil ain't got inside you. Yeah, in excess. Devil inside. Every single one of us sneezes and a devil gets inside. Oh. Michael Hutchins. Ooh, devil inside. Yeah. Jill saying people used to die from colds and flu. That's right. Fiercey saying, wow, glad I asked the question about sneezing. Thank you, Lex. I don't know. This is weird. Like this channel is really like Ask Jeeves channel at this point. This is a don't Google search. Just go watch the Raptor Freaks and ask a question. You'll get your answer. It's so good. Jill saying it's because science, people. It's because science. Science. Jill's awesome with her smile. All right, I'm gonna give you a dunk because she's so adamant. It's because of science, people. It's not because of devils jumping in your body. It's science. You will die because you lose the ability to protect yourself. Let's see. Kareem saying, fiercely, I'm lying. Don't ever take what I say seriously. Well, all right. We've got to suss out each opinion, and there's a reliability percentage next to each comment. And Kareem's might be a little low. It may be like Jakob Pertl's old free throw percentage. Yeah, it's better now. It's better now. Thumbs up from Fiercey to Fiercey from CC. And Cool Cat saying, back from my meeting. Yeah, the freaks are still, the freaks come out in the morning. The freaks come out in the morning. Freaks come out in the morning. Freaks come out. That's right. M. Jones is here. What up, freak family? Y'all ready for this team to ride in the play-in? That's right. Let's ride high, ride or die. Let's go in there and mess up the Indiana Pacers and Pascal Siakam tonight. Raptors, let's beat them. Let's get the Darko dinner. Let's make the reservation. Cool Cat, call Cactus Club right now. We need a reservation. The Raptors are coming back from Indiana, and they won 3 in a row, and they need steaks. So get the back room ready and get the non-off menu steaks all prepared because they're coming in. They're going to need their Darko steaks. That's right. That's what I want. That call to be happening tonight around 11 p.m. tonight. Cool Cat, call and make that reservation and say, Cool Cactus Club, they're coming. That's what you guys say. That's right. That's what I want. That's what I want to see what happens. Let's see. Jill saying, Cowboy, how's ta-da? Wait, what you want me to do in a commercial? Is that what you're doing? You little cue card there? All right, ta-da, cleaning services, 647-833-6844. If you need your area rugs cleaned, if you need tile and grout work done in your bathrooms or kitchens, if you need in and out cleanups, you can call Tada and Bradley, 647-833-6844. Yeah, Tada Services. That's right. If you need them, they will come. Wayne saying Grady has demonstrated that the development model works within a certain timeline. Nwara and Oshai need to grasp that protocol and propel us into the play-in in the tournament. Gary, Kelly, and Bruce. Yeah. You know, this is something that Darko's gauging these guys on for the rest of the year. He's, like I said, he's giving each one of the players individually 3 or 4 goals with their game and how he wants to see them develop. He wants to see them work really, really hard on certain things. And well, what Darko and the assistant coaches are going to do is assess these guys on their progress. He's going to look at them and see, is this guy making leaps and bounds? Is this guy really working well off of us? And they're going to assess those kind of things. And if we're seeing good gains in certain specific developmental areas that they're asking them to do, these will be likely the people they are going to hold on to and keep around. So it could be in the next 25 games for the rest of this end of the season, we see leaps and bounds in certain individuals like maybe Abaji, maybe Bruce Brown, I don't know, maybe Grady, that this will be the signs of the three or 4 goals each individual has. That this is a big factor in determining who's our future. Who can we get that works really well with Darko and his coaching staff to get to new levels of play by developing quickly. And you got to think about guys like Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zaire Williams on the Grizzlies and their paths in the couple of years that they worked with Darko down there and how they expanded their games. Like if somebody's making leaps like Desmond Bane did in his first couple of years in the NBA, that's what I'm talking about. So watch out for that kind of stuff, Raptors fans, for the rest of the season. The goal-driven ideas that Darko has for development for these guys and whether they're fulfilling them will really determine some of the future decisions. That's what I'm saying. He go to Gary and say, listen, Gary, these are the 3 or 4 things I want you to do. You can get me more steals, again, like you were doing for Nick. Can you hit more consistent shots? Can you, pass it when you're not supposed to shoot it because it's not a very good shot? He may have very specific things like that, and they're looking at him and analyzing if he's listening and doing them. And if he's doing them and he's listening, he's working well with them, well, he's more likely to stay on the team. That's what I think is going to happen. Jill saying February 29th is messing up some bills. Oh, well, I mean, it is what it is. Let's get an extra day. Yeah, why not? You get an extra day for your rent. M. Jones is saying, I truly think we're going to change some minds from here into the end of the season. Masai forever, the man. Now you can add genius. There you go, M. Jones. I love it when you pop in and just give your 2 cents every once in a while. It's really good to see you. I'm going to give you a dunk for that one. This is your third dunk this year. And I agree. I feel very confident. I think that there's a lot of Raptors fans who are in the know that really do feel optimistic about the stretch run of the end of the season as far as some of the fun stuff we're going to see. I think that it's really easy to get giddy and happy about Scotty Barnes and just some of the leaps and bounds he made this season. And then like the promise and the idea of having Emmanuel quickly and some of the things he's having. And then, of course, the Canadian connections are a joy to watch. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to change some minds. I think that everybody's already decided their opinion around the NBA in general, that the Raptors are dead in the water and not somebody to worry about. And they will be foolish to think that even now, halfway through the season, with our record and how we've gone through the season. I think you're exactly right. We're going to shock some people. And they're going to be like, whoa, wait a second. The Raptors aren't supposed to be doing this. No, they're not. Tom Duke has got Messiah on blast. Number one. I love it. Fiercely saying, Kareem, some people sneezing away, they look like they're in a trance or possessed. So I believed you, as others may have reacted the opposite way. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I get these like sneezing fits. Well, I have to do like 5 in a row. And like, I'll be like talking to somebody. I'm like, oh, hold on. I know there's one more coming out. I don't know. It's weird. I've noticed that before. Let's see. Jill saying, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody don't need no reggae. Cowboy saying, Tada is doing great. Thanks for asking, darling. The truck is in the shop today, so I'm here with the family. So you got a day off. That's part of the reason why Cowboy's in here with us with the little guy. Yeah, that's awesome. Tell the little guy we said hey. And I'm sure Uncle David misses the little guy, the smiley guy, that little smiley guy. He's cute. Jill saying, what looks strange is Pascal winning against us, doing what he always does to win games. Sigh. That doesn't look strange to me. I'm just used to it now. Siakam's an amazing player. In some ways, I can't get mad about that. He was a big factor in why they beat us on Valentine's Day. And in some ways, he took them home with some big shots. So it's strange just to see him in yellow. It's just strange. Chris is saying, I don't see Pascal having a huge game tonight. I don't either. Y'all can think because he had only 12 points last night, he's going to bounce back tonight. But I don't know. I think that when you all said that he may be a little emotional still, in some ways, I don't know if these guys pull punches because it's us. I don't think they do. Cool Cat probably say you're crazy for saying that, Lex. I know Siakam. He's not going to pull punches with us. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll see how it happens tonight, and we'll see what is true. And hopefully the Raptors winning is what's true. Evelyn saying, good morning, Raptor Freak family. Good morning to you, Granny Evelyn. We love you. I hope everything's good with your family and everything's going great with the new pregnancy and the baby coming. So happy to see Evelyn. Evelyn, you can't come to Coach's Open House, can you? Are you interested in going to that? It's on a Tuesday morning, March the 19th. It starts at 9 a.m. It's free, and we're all going. And we're going to do a lunch afterwards at the Real Sports. So if you want to come to the event, you should come down there, Evelyn. It's a daytime event from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., March the 19th. Look it up, Evelyn. And if you can get down there, let's all wear our Raptor Freak shirts, and we'll show that we're a group at the Coach's Open House. Now, you see if you can swing it, Evelyn. I don't know what your schedule's like during the day on a Tuesday, but yeah, see if you can make it happen. We'd love to have you be there. We've got a huge group now at this point. I think most of y'all have signed up. Hopefully, most of y'all will be able to show up still. I know that the day of, sometimes things happen. It's free, and you're like, but no. If everybody comes, it's going to be like, I think about 12 of us. Seriously. There's been like 12 of us in this chat that have said that they've signed up. And Steve did sign up. So Stevie Roots will be there if he gets up. That's the thing. I say that. Let's see. Jill saying, why, Chris? Why won't Pascal have a big game? I don't know. I think they're predicting that he would have a big game partly because he only had 12 last night. That's why. I don't know. Maybe he won't because of the defensive presence we put around him. Maybe we're good at stopping him in some ways because we know him very well from being his teammate. I don't know. There's a lot of different reasons. We're just gonna have to see how the game plays out. Fiercely saying, "Good morning, Evelyn. Hope the baby is doing well." Yes, yes. Angeli. Let's see. Cowboy saying, "Granny swag in the house. Have a great day and night." Yeah. Chris is saying, "At Joe, because the Raptors will have a lid on him. I think the defense on him will be much better this game." I think that we have a better defense than Dallas in general. Some ways, maybe. I don't know. Powell is such a good defensive player. I mean, Dwight Powell is really good. Yeah. Jill saying, bye, Cowboy. Okay, Chris. And Evelyn saying, guys, the baby is due on March the 12th via C section. Sorry for the mistake. I should have said next month instead of next week. Thanks, though, for all the love and concern. Yeah, I knew the baby wasn't here exactly yet, but the baby's on the way. That's right. Cowboy saying, you're leaving. Have a great night, Jillian. Let's go. And Jill saying, no, thought you were, how's your fam? Are they basketball freaks? Once again, Jill, look out. All right, look out, Jill. Chris is saying, Cool Runnings is a good movie based on a real story. The theme song by Jimmy Cliff was a good one. He did a great rendition. It was all about the powered bobsled start, and they didn't have the skill. It was an interesting story, and I could see the truth in sprinters being good bobsledders for sure. Yeah, Jimmy Cliff, everything gonna be all right. It was awesome. Really, really good soundtrack for that movie for sure. Jill saying, I love that stupid movie. I love that stupid movie. Yeah, Sanka, the guy who's the best cart driver in all of Jamaica. He's like, I'm the driver, man. And he's like, no, you're gonna be the brake man. And it's like, what? What? Kareem saying Society of Snow is about a rugby team who survived a plane crash and basically had to survive in a snowy mountain, but they're travelers the wrong way and could have gotten help 2 miles away in the opposite direction. Is that like that movie Alive? The one where they crash and they like eat each other or something like that? Oh, that was a crazy movie. Great documentary. Okay, maybe I'll check that out. Society of Snow. Stargate saying Society of Snow is based on the book Alive. Oh, it's the same story. Okay, so I've seen the movie Alive. That's a crazy movie. They like decide to eat the dead guy because they need the food. Jillian saying Matt Devlin talks about dick all the time. So and so got dick. We got dick. Dick got ball. Yeah, yeah, he's reveling in it. Matt Devlin has no filter on this. He's not worried about the phrasing of using Grady's name. No, he's not. Some people are really, 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 really wrong with it. Really wrong with it. Some of the other announcers. Matt Devlin's a little, I'd say he's PG-13. Some of those other announcers are going R-rated. Let's just put it that way. Cowboys laughing about it. Jill saying Dick got the 3-pointer. That's right. That's right. Jill, you're enjoying the Dick stuff a lot here. I mean, phrasing, Lex. What are you saying? Trevor saying after Lakers lose to Suns yesterday, LeBron complained about the calls. I heard about this. That the Lakers are whining and complaining today that they think that they're getting unfair calls against them, that they're not getting as many foul calls. I wonder if what's happened is people were crying out that the league's favoring the Lakers so much, like me, maybe angry hoops fan. You know, we're saying stuff and pointing this out, and the league's like, no, we want to prove them wrong. And now they're going the other way. Maybe we can punish the Lakers for the rest of the year to balance it out because they helped them out so much during the season. Maybe they looked at the excess of foul calls for the Lakers franchise and they're like, man, that is really a lot more. And it does look bad. And it will look like we are favoring LeBron. We might need to like hurt them for the rest of the year to balance the numbers out. I'll bet you that could be it. That the refs are manipulating because they'll do this in the game within the game. In the first half, they may heavily call fouls on one side. In the second half, they'll balance it out by the end of the game. It's a technique. If they do it during a game in a single game, why wouldn't they do it for the whole course of the season? They're going to look at the stats with the Lakers and say, damn, we really have been favoring the Lakers too much this whole season. We got to balance it out. We're going to fuck them up now. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, I looked at the free throw discrepancy for that Suns Lakers game yesterday, and well, you get what you get. That's what happened. You were in the favor of for most of the season, in particular against us. And the time we went to LA this year, yeah. Well, things are balancing out. Lakers, quit your bitching and whining. Quit your bitching and whining. Yeah, Jill saying, I believe you, Trevor. Okay, I don't even remember what he said. Fiercely saying, Trevor, LeBron knows how much the calls help this team. I put a bring forward in my calendar for the end of the season. We'll definitely look at the number of fouls in favor of the Lakers. See, Fierce is going to look at it. That's why the NBA is doing this. They know people like Fierce are going to go check it out at the end of the season. Well, we better get our shit straight by then. All right, Lakers, you're screwed. We're not going to give you fouls like we have been all year. Y'all been fucking up and you're shitty anyway. We can't cheat for you anymore because y'all are just in the play-in or barely not even in the play-in. And honestly, we look bad how much we've been helping you. So we're going to overcorrect. We're going to go the other way. We're going to hurt y'all for the rest of the season because the numbers don't look good. Like we're propping you up. And Fiercey, somebody that's going to go look at it at the end of the season. Well, that's part of it right there. That's right there. Right there. Most saying W stream, Lex. Keep at it always. Good times. Good times. Go Raptors. Let's keep climbing. That's right, Monique. You keep climbing in your own personal successes, and we will cheer you on, Monique Lawrence. And let's keep going as a fan nation for our great team, the Toronto Raptors also. That's right. Hold your head high and go forward and see the Raptors beat the Pacers tonight. That's right. Tommy's saying, you're right. We need RJ and Kelly ones. I know. We could get a bunch of them. We'll just get a whole ton of them. We need RJ and Kelly ones because then we got Raptors and Team Canada jerseys. That'd be awesome. And in some ways, I want the RJ one. You can have the Kelly one because you're out west. And in some ways, that'll symbolize the east-west connection of Canada and having our Canadian Raptors on our team. That's right. Kelly and RJ. That's right. Have a good one. God bless you is from back in the days of the plague. Not enough priests to give last rites. There's another factoid. Tommy fleshing it out even more that during the plague, you could literally die mid-sneeze. And there weren't enough priests around because they were probably dying in the plague too. That everybody became a priest and they had to bless people right in that moment. Oh, Uncle sneezing. Achoo, achoo. Bless you. Bless you. Okay, he's still here. We can still say bless you next time. I get it. Tommy, thank you for the tidbit there. Let's see. Jill's saying, I get a dunk? I think I gave you a dunk today already. I'll give you another dunk. Why? You want charity? No, I'm not giving you charity. You get a dunk just for being a personality and being a fun person, Jill. So yeah, you get a dunk. I'll give you a dunk. Wayne's saying, Raptors freaks, our love of our team is to see them play well. I agree. Represent themselves with pride and manifest their hard work and competitive aggression. And we get to watch. Wayne, I'm going to give you a dunk too. I think that's exactly right. That's a great summary of what we are doing is we want to see our team excel, be successful, win Larry O'Brien's, but it's not always the end goal that's the most important. It's the journey. It's the upticks of success and getting better and better. It's the development. It's the seeing the players like excel and get better as youngsters like Grady and Scotty. When you see these guys become who they are over years and you see, wow, look at where Scotty is now and where he was when we were sitting in a Twitch stream with him in the summer after his rookie year, and look where he is now. In fact, I was thinking about this when I watched the Friday the 13th clip of him getting left on the dock the other day. I was like, he seems so young in that clip. Of course, he looks different. He looks younger. He looks so much more mature in the way he carries himself and different things. He really has grown a lot in his very short NBA career so far, Scotty Wayne Barnes. So the maturity that Scotty's getting to every year is amazing. He is not the same kid that sat on Twitch with us that summer. He's a very different person. He's more worldly. He's smarter. He's more on it. He's not as naive. Let's just put it that way. And those kind of things are great. And that's what Wayne's talking about. We want to see our guys grow up. We want to see our guys get better as players. And that is part of the joy as being fans, is to see the development and the career arc of somebody like Scotty Barnes. And I love it. I love it so much. It's awesome. Wayne, you are awesome, man. Cowboys saying, let's go Raptors. Later, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Darko said, don't be late for dinner. He's cooking at a quick pace. So get your plates ready. I see what you did there. At a quickly pace. Let's quickly outpace the Pacers. That's right. The pace car is the slow car that sets the pace for the race. That's that pace car, Pacers. Well, let's be the race car, the real car that's fast, and I'll go right around it and just tear it up. Go right around that little pace car. Maybe it's even a Pacer, like the model car called the Pacer, which is the car I think is Wayne's World. Yeah. Let's beat that little Pacer with our F1. Let's beat that little Pacer with our Indy car. That's right. That's what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Let's get our plates ready. Milbester's here. What's up? Kex. Whoa, you missed the L. You put a K. That's fine. I'll be Kex today. I am the alien version of Lex. I am Kex from the land of Pebluar 4-5. That's right. Milbester, good to see you, Knicks freak. Let's see. Trevor's saying they said Giannis is 7 foot, 250 of muscle. And then he grew every year. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Scotty, grow. There's the picture of Scotty and Giannis at All-Star Weekend. Everybody's saying, wow, Giannis looks so huge next to Scotty. And I'm looking at, well, there's a little bit of depth perception illusion in that picture. I will say that first. But yeah, I guess Giannis is still growing. And maybe Scotty's the same. We'll have to see. I know that Giannis is definitely growing with the muscles. Maybe not up, but he's definitely growing to be bigger and fleshed out as he gets older in his NBA career for sure. Bester's saying it's the second half of the season. It's the you know what it is? It's the third of the season. It's not even the second half. It's the third. We've played 2/3 of the season, Milbester. Let's see. How's Raptors games been? So we had the Celtics Knicks game Saturday night, and yeah, without OG, Randall, and Mitch, they can't evenly match up with Boston. And we only lost by 14. Only by 14. Only by 14. That's a pretty good margin right there. All right, let me see, Milbester. We'll talk a little Knicks with you, my guy. Raptors games have been good since the All-Star break. We're 2-0. Both our teams are undefeated in the last week, which I love. You know, the Raptors 905 are on a 3-game win streak, and the Raptors on a 2-game win streak. So things are good in Raptors land. We got to play Siakam tonight. We'll see how they goes. We got a new attitude and a new culture. If you guys play us again soon, you're gonna find out. It's not a totally. We're getting settled with our new team and our roster, so things are getting better. Yeah, you guys need those guys to take down Boston. Definitely. Maybe you can handle 1 or 2 of those guys gone, but all 3 of those guys, no. You need Randall. You need Mitchell. You need OG. Yeah. I was rooting for y'all. I wish y'all had beaten the Celtics. In some ways, I was very much rooting for y'all in that game. Jill's saying, yes, Tom Duke, people gonna die. Jeez, Jill. Man, that's depressing. Milbester's saying, congrats to Evelyn on the baby. My niece gave birth to my nephew almost a year old this June. Same month born as me. I'm a great uncle from Uncle. That's cool, Milbester. I love that. You're a sweet guy. Very nice of you to wish nice things to Evelyn on the upcoming birth of her granddaughter. And yeah, that's awesome. And Evelyn's saying, count me in, Lex, on March the 19th. Thanks. Okay, so Evelyn, make sure you go to the Coaches Open House website and register. They'll give you a confirmation email, and we'll all meet there. And Adriana's going. David and Morgan are going. So a lot of the people that were at Real Jerk are going to be there again. Kareem said he's going to try and come. Wayne has signed up. Bradley's saying he's going to sign up. We got Chris signed up. We got Steve coming. We got, there's just a whole group of us. It's crazy. I can't even keep track of everybody who's coming. Monique is coming. We're all going to be there, Evelyn. So I was like, well, Evelyn needs to come too. We're all going to be there. And Evelyn, if you're going to come, I'm going to ask you if you could bring the extra shirts too. If you could, just in case there's somebody like Wayne or somebody who has not come to one of our things can get their Raptor Freak shirt. So if you can bring any of the extras, we can give them to them there. And I'm telling everybody, let's wear them too, so that we can look like a group inside the Coaches Open House. Awesome. Evelyn, I will love to see you there, and we'll have a nice lunch at Real Sports afterwards. It'll be very, very fun event. That's our March meet and greet. We're making it something out of the Coaches Open House. There you go. Jill saying, see you, cowboy. See you, cowboy. That's like something that's been said so many times in the annals of time. Maybe in the Wild West back in the day, I'll see you, cowboy. Yeah, that's kind of what it is there. Milbester's saying, so Anunoby and Mitch are going to come back very soon. OG is supposedly returning to practice next week. He's cleared to work out after surgery. Randall, halfway through recovery, still shaky. Mitch returns. Listen, I want you to get your guys back and get healthy and get a good head of steam going into the postseason. I want you guys to go deep. I may not necessarily want y'all to win it all, but I definitely want y'all to do good enough to kick the Sixers and the Celtics out. So if you get them in any of those rounds, take them out, and I will do what I've said on this channel. Or I will wear New York Knicks something on my channel if y'all eliminate either the Sixers or the Celtics from playoff contention. That's my bounty I put on those two franchises. Last year, I only put a franchise bounty on the Celtics. This year, I'm putting it on both the Celtics and the Sixers. So if the Knicks can eliminate them, I will wear New York Knicks gear on this channel in honor of y'all eliminating two teams I don't want to win the championship this year. So in some ways, I don't want y'all to win either, but you guys can get further. And if you guys are in the finals, I will root for the Western team. All right, let's see. Fiercely saying, I'm manifesting and calling it. Raptors will throw a curveball to Adam Silver's plan, or wet dream. Like Lex says, laugh out loud. Plans, here we come. I don't know if I've ever talked about Adam Silver's wet dream. That sounds really gross. But yeah, any way we can be a problem for Adam Silver's grand scheme of things and his vision of what he wants for the league, I'm all for it. I am all for it, because if we're underdogs and we are not supposed to be doing things that we're doing in this league, I'm all for it. In some ways, that is the story of Cool Runnings. That this is a team that wasn't supposed to be there and be doing things, and well, they did. They did. And that's what I want the Raptors to do too. That's right. In some ways, we're at the Calgary Olympics and we're the Jamaican bobsled team in this league called the NBA. That's right. That's right. They don't want us to be here. Well, we're going to go and get in there and get a good time down that hill. And John Candy will be dancing on the sideline. That's right. That's right. The spirit of John Candy. That's right. Milbester is saying Knicks just need to avoid the Celtics in the playoffs. No. Go straight on, head on with them. Take them the fuck out. Milbester, don't be a wimp. Go right at them. You cannot be afraid of them. In fact, you know what? They're better in the regular season than they are in the playoffs. You know that? They choke in the playoffs. You want to be that team that takes them out. Trust me. You know Jason and Jalen fuck up in the playoffs. You know Coach Joe is a horrible playoff coach. Look at how he coached them against the Miami Heat last year and fumbled the ball. Thibodeau can outcoach Missoula. Do not be afraid of them. Take them on, straight on. Blue collar. Put OG on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and shut them down, OG Plumbing style. And you will beat them. Trust me. They are a better regular season team than postseason. And y'all will kill them. Beat their ass. That's what I want. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them. You want them in the Eastern Conference Finals? Well, maybe that's how it'll line up with the seeding. You'll have to see. Let's see. And you hope the team is healthy for their playoff run. Saturday's game versus Boston showed that those three guys out, they can't keep up with the Celtics. Listen, that's just one game. And you said that already. You're repeating yourself. Those guys, when they come back, y'all are full strength, kick their ass. That's all I care about. No excuses, Milbester. Get it done, Knicks Nation. Get it done. You guys are good this year. Go with it and beat the Celtics. Beat the fuck out of the Celtics, please. Trevor's saying, did you guys see Monique? The clip I share is in the chat. Okay, what are you talking about? What do you mean about Monique? Because of the Caribbean Heritage Night? Is that what happened? There's like a TikTok of the guy. He's saying, there's like a of the Caribbean guy coming into the game. He's singing at halftime, and there's the dancers, and there's him with Strizzy, and they're waving the fourth quarter time flag. And there's the dancers from Caribbean Night the other night. Is Monique in this clip? She's probably in it somewhere. I see him with a bunch of. There she is. There she is. And then there's Jamal McGlure. I see her. I see her in that clip. That's cool, Trevor J. Glad you shared that. Yeah, that guy was really good. He was a guy, Skinny Fabulous. He he was the one who kept big up Toronto Raptors. And I was like, yes, I love that guy. But yeah, Mo's in that clip. Thanks, Trevor, for letting us know about that. Milbester's saying, also, Lex, update on NBA TV deal. The deadline is next week, so expect things to peak up rapidly. Just pray NBC gets the rights back because they're ready to bid a lot. ABC 2 decades is enough for the NBA. This is another one where we agree. I definitely want NBC to get rights to the NBA over ABC in the next deal that's coming up. I completely agree with you on this, Milbester. I think that ABC, ESPN, Disney being in charge of the NBA has sucked. They've been really bad for it. I don't think that they've done a good job with the product. They've made it worse. The product looks worse. The NBA on NBC was a good product. It had a prestige to it. And in some ways, they need to revisit it. So Adam Silver and the NBA, y'all need to go with the NBA on NBC. And fuck ESPN, ABC, and fucking Disney and their stupid ass fucking corporate structure and their dumbass shit and the people who've been covering it on those channels. Fuck that shit. Give it back to NBC, and maybe the NBA will be better. That's right. Yeah, I saw it. Trevor and I just talked about it. It's awesome. Let's see. Keep going. Monique is saying SWNT. Natalie Achoma may retire after the Paris Olympics. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, she's getting up there. Cowboy saying later Jillian, and Milbester saying the Knicks killed the Sixers on Thursday after All-Star break despite Maxi's huge game. Bojan had 22 points, 6 3-pointers that game. Just need the big three back and make a playoff run, but I'm worried about Randall. Yeah, I see that Bogdanovich came in and had a big first game for the Knicks, and the Knicks fans were happy. Some people like Ben Stiller were kind of very happy with Bojan showing up and showing his skills, that how he can help the Knicks. And yeah, you guys got a bit of more of an arsenal and different weapons for sure. I was very happy y'all beat the Sixers last week. I'm very, very happy about that one. Yeah, Sixers continue to lose. Let's see. Jill saying, Lex, I look forward to several more wins, then look forward to all of breaking down why it all finally began working. All right, cool, Jill. I mean, I understand in some ways this is a learning place for you and different things. Like, I love explaining things like garbage time, things like that. And yeah, anyway, this is what Nick told me last time at the coach's open house. He said, keep teaching people basketball. And I'm just doing what he's doing. I don't coach right now, but in some ways I teach basketball on this channel. And I love that, I have students and pupils like you at times, and I'm definitely ready to help illustrate and describe and tell you what's going on with the team as we get better, for sure. I look forward to this journey too, Jill. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll go step by step, and we'll be there right at every single inch of progress. We will be there. Yeah. Let's see. Milbester saying it's crazy how we are at baseball season again, and with the Knicks in the playoffs, while the Yankee season going to be occupied with baseball. Yeah, you love your baseball, and once again, I'm not really going to talk about baseball here. Trevor saying, did you guys see the fight at the football event with the NFL players? It was crazy. No, I didn't see that clip, Trevor. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Wayne saying, Milbester, explain to Lex how great Precious is when he's not allowed to collect defensive rebounds and dribble up court and shoot. With the Knicks, he rebounds and passes it to Hart, Brunson, or McBride. Oh, this is interesting. All right, Wayne. Let's see what Milbester says. Precious has been great. Just took him time to get used to the team. He plays well with Hartenstein and their chemistry together. Plus, OG's former teammates with those three together mesh that unity. Yeah. Well, OG and Precious are definitely familiar with each other. I want to say that there is a natural chemistry between Isaiah Hartenstein and Precious Achua. They seem very fired up for each other and playing with each other in mind as a team. I like that. I like that. Precious is awesome. I get what Wayne's saying. And this was a gripe a lot of Raptors fans had about Achua. I love that whole time when he used to bring the ball all the way up the court. It was scary to the other team. Some ways it was scary to some Raptors fans like Wayne, but not to me. I trusted Precious. And in some ways, when he was in full stride, bringing the ball up the court and trying to attack the rim, that's fun. But I get it. The Knicks are handling it different. Maybe Tibbs is saying, yeah, Precious, you're not going to do that here. That may have been the Raptors' philosophy you get the rebound, you're allowed to bring it up the court. But that's not what we do here. You got to look for the point guard. And that's just the rules of Tibbs. So, yeah, it's interesting. Wayne's very happy that that's not happening anymore in New York. I didn't mind it in Toronto. I didn't mind it. I thought it was fun. It was always a little bit reckless and crazy and wild, but sometimes you got to see a really crazy, forceful dunk that was really fun. So I was okay with it, but Wayne didn't like it. And, well, Tibbs doesn't either. Let's see. Jill's saying Precious is good. Yeah, I agree. He's a very good player. Fiercey saying, I will go look for the clip on Monique in the chat. Yeah, I just watched it. She's just she's with the party from that game the other night. It was such a party. The vibes are immaculate on Caribbean Heritage Night. They are just immaculate. I'm telling you. Let's see. Wayne's saying the point is Precious is on a tight leash and his coach allows him to do as instructed. Lex argues he's doing the same he did here. Not so. Well, I'm going to be honest, Wayne. I don't know if he's doing the same as he did here. I don't know if I ever made that argument. I was just saying that he was going to make this leap that he's making right now because he's a starter for the Knicks. That, if we had started him in Toronto before this, he may have gotten the stat lines he's getting right now for the Knicks, for us. That he never really got the right opportunity to be a regular starter with the Raptors. He was always one of the first guys off the bench. And that was really kind of more my point about Achua in recent weeks as far as what's happening with his opportunity for the Knicks right now. I want to make sure I do this right. Listen, Thibodeau's going to be a different coach than the ones we had, and he obviously doesn't value him being a ball handler. I haven't watched the Knicks, so I can't really opine on this in the way that you're saying. Is like I didn't know that he wasn't allowing him to bring the ball up the court till you said it. But I understand why he wouldn't let him do it. So I don't know if he's on a tight leash and they're getting better outcomes from him. I mean, he may still get turnovers from time to time. He may still take bad shots, bad threes. So I don't know. I don't know. I think he's doing better for them though. Double doubles, lots of double doubles, and getting block shots. So I mean, I think Milbester's very pleased with them. I'm sure. Let's see. Fiercely saying Precious was good in my opinion. But NBA Chef raised an interesting point. The only way the Knicks use him is on rebounding, nothing else, as he lacks the fundamentals. Let's see what will happen when Randall comes back. Yeah, when those guys come back, he goes back to the bench and he becomes that role player, defender, rebounder. Yeah. Precious is more than just rebounds. He's a very, very good defensive player. He really, really is. Really is. Milbester saying, for me to see NBA on NBC back being born in the 90s would be amazing. John Tesh. Yeah. I was born in 94 and I couldn't witness that. To see it as an adult now for probably a decade plus would be amazing. Best era. I'm with you, Milbester. I'm with you on that. Monique is in at 11:11. Thanks, Trevor. Skinny Fabulous was talking to me too. Skinny Fabulous came over and big up the superfan Monique. He's like, big ups to Monique, superfan Lawrence. That's right. Big ups, Toronto Raptors. Big ups, Jamal McGlure. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Milbester saying Bojan has been great in New York, Lex. He has many friends from New York City, and he's Croatian. He knows the expectations to win, and he's been on Utah playoff team too in the past. Glad to have him. He may be an X factor for you guys. Seriously, he may become very crucial for you guys in your playoff run. I could see that. I could very much see that. He's a nice mid-season pickup. Very much. Yeah. Jill saying, Trevor, did you see Dennis pushing someone, starting a fight? Yeah, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I talked about the Dennis incident with Mike Conley 2 days ago after it happened. So we've already covered that, Jill. You can see it in another clip when we talked about the Dennis Mike Conley incident. Yeah, I don't want to really bring it up again right now. Milbester's saying, how was that Siakam game when the Pacers came to Toronto? What happened with that game? Sucks Fred VanVleet didn't play when the Rockets visited, but OG might not be back when the Knicks go to Toronto. Yeah, I don't know. I did go to that Indiana Pacers game on Valentine's Day, and it was fun. We lost, but it was entertaining, fun game. The vibes in the building were awesome. We gave a standing ovation to Siakam. He was touched. I could literally, really, really tell that he was very honored and touched by the reception from the city. And as he says, Toronto forever. Siakam will be a Toronto great forever. He will be a welcome back alumni that we will cheer, and he should have his 43 in our rafters as a retired number at some point. I really do believe that. That's right. All right, David's here. All right, I'm here. The stream can start. Let's go, Raptors. David is done pouring over his fantasy team, and he's ready to be here, Kareem. He's finally done. He put the tab with the fantasy league out of the way, and now he's on the stream. We can start. All right. All right. I'm glad you got all your work in on your fantasy team. That's right. Milbester's saying Raptors had a couple crazy games before the All-Star break, which is bizarre too, especially before the trade deadline. And you guys got Kelly Olynyk. How has Olynyk been for you guys so far? I really like Olynyk on our team. We like having more Canadian guys. Of course, he's ecstatic. He was a little kid who lived in Toronto who dreamed about playing for the Raptors, and he got his dream to come true. It's like this is the dreams come true season. Precious, Kyle Lowry, RJ Barrett and Kelly Olynyk all getting to go home, play for the hometown team. And this is childhood dreams are made of. That's what is awesome about it. Kelly's fantastic. Kelly's really intelligent. He makes really smart plays. He's like having a Kyle Lowry at center. And whatever he's going to teach Grady Dick and Scotty Barnes is going to be so worthwhile. If he can teach them all that gritty, gutsy, grind, kind of get on the floor, dirty stuff that he does, that's awesome. You take the crazy, incredible athletic talent of Scott and the aptitude, and you put that blue collar mentality of getting after it like Kelly, he's going to teach Scotty some stuff. And he could be a very top level superstar with a Kelly Olynyk attitude and influence on him. Look out. That's the kind of player I want on my team. Scotty Barnes is so talented as a player, but he has that mentality like Kelly. That's the thing I'm talking about. We can make a Frankenstein's monster up here. The Kelly Olynyk mentoring Scotty Barnes on how to take flops, how to do different things, secret little stuff that vets in the NBA know to teach Scotty to go alongside with his grade A 5-star blue chip premium athletic NBA prowess. Yeah, did I just tell you about a recipe that's going to scare the hell out of the rest of the NBA in the years to come? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And Scotty is smart enough to listen to Kelly and learn the tricks of the trade that Kelly has to teach. And that's the thing I'm looking forward to. Professor Olynyk is in class, and his pupils, Grady and Scotty, have their eyes and ears wide open on how he's going to shape and form them as young players. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Milbester saying, also, Bojan has many European friends who are also Knicks fans and go to New York City. He fit perfectly. He will be here next season because he's on a 2-year deal. Well, that sounds great. That all sounds really, really great. David, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the $10. You're very kind. Trevor's saying it was with Cam Newton, NFL player fighting at a football event. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. In some ways, it's not in my jurisdiction, and I'm not really caring about that. Let's see. Milbester's saying, also, Lex, you have to be excited for those Toronto Blue Jays this season. By the way, they got a really good pitcher who played for Cuba last March, Yariel Rodriguez. I wanted the Yanks to get him. We also got Turner from the Red Sox as a hitter. And he's an interesting pickup for them this year. I am not following baseball anywhere near like you are. I do not know the players of the Blue Jays. So in some ways, Milbester this summer, even though MLB is going to be going on, there's no MLB talk here. So I'm not going to be doing updates on the Yankees and the Blue Jays with you like we do with the Knicks and the Raptors. I will ask you kindly to leave baseball conversations out of this channel because I have no expertise on baseball. And I'll ignore them. If you're going to talk about WBC, you're going to talk about the Yankees, and even if you bring up the Blue Jays, I won't be able to talk about them because I can't even tell you who the starting catcher for the Blue Jays is. I couldn't tell you who's playing first base. I think it's Vlad Guerrero Jr., but I don't know. I could name 3 Blue Jays off the top of my head right now. There's Vlad Guerrero Jr., there's Bichette, I think is Bichette, and Justin Turner. I don't know any of the rest of the team. So in some ways, you're going to be talking to somebody who just does not know baseball at all. I love the Blue Jays and I root for them, but I'm not a knowledgeable fan. So in some ways, I'm going to ask you now, while Blue Jays and Yankees seasons are starting, no baseball on this channel. No baseball at all. No World Baseball Classic and no MLB. And it's just out of respect. We're purely a basketball channel, and I just don't have any expertise on that sport. So I can't talk about it like I know what I'm talking about. So that's really kind of why. If I knew more about it and I could talk about it knowledgeably, I would maybe humor it. But I don't want to take up time talking about baseball when we talk about basketball on this channel, is what I'm saying. Yeah, go Raps, go, Jillian. That's right. I'll be looking at the Olympics, Team Canada, and that kind of stuff this summer and off-season moves for the Raptors, and not really going anywhere near Blue Jays because I really don't know anything about them. Wayne's saying, with all the money we have, can we envision bringing back anybody? I argue the lack of gelling was due to Nick losing notables. The collision of contract timelines messed up Darko's timeline to improve, at least for this season. It's just that we wanted to try things out with OG and Pascal. In some ways, we wanted to honor them and give them a chance to stay as Raptors if it did work, and it didn't. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Could we bring back one of those guys this summer? No, it didn't make any sense. We would have just retained them if we were going to try and sign them back this summer. And we're not going to try and get OG back. We're not going to try and re-sign Pascal back either. I just don't see it. Mobester's saying, don't worry, no problem. Besides, I'll be at Yankee games this season. Just a lot going on with baseball and the WBC coming. Even with Raptors season ending soon, but at least you guys got the Jays. Hey, don't say our Raptors season is ending soon. We don't know how long we're going to go. That's mean, Knicks fan. You don't know how soon our season is going to end. Some ways I'm going to Europe, and I do kind of want it to end by May. But if we are on a championship run all of a sudden in May, I'll be like, all right, I guess I got to cover the Raptors in the playoffs, even though I'm in Europe right now. It's going to be a little weird. But listen, I love your passion for sports, Milbester. It's just that I'm really not a baseball person. So that's the only reason why I say this. Chris is saying, have a good day, everybody. You too, Chris. And Jill's saying, good day, Chris. And David's saying, Giannis incoming. Stay tuned. See, he thinks, all right, that's what he's saying. Giannis will be pissed off with Doc in the playoffs. The Bucks will fail miserably. Lillard will be annoying. And Giannis will say, Bucks, you screwed up. I don't want to be here. I'm making a trade demand, and Masai has got my back, and I'm going to land with him. That's what David's predicting right here. I mean, in some ways, that's what Masai alludes to when he says somebody could cut loose that nobody sees coming. That's who he's alluding to, is Anacumpto. So David sees it. He's trying to say it. Hey, I'm not going to disagree with his path for the future and his vision. No, I mean, if this happens, I'll be interested. Although I don't know. I don't want to muddle things with Scott. In some ways, maybe Giannis is not the best thing to be on our team at this point. Maybe we don't want him around here, David. Maybe I disagree with you. Because maybe it's not right for Scott to bring in Anacumpto. Would you rather have Giannis or Scotty right now? That's what I would say. In some ways, that may be the give up. Do you sacrifice Scotty Barnes to get Giannis Anacumpto? I don't know if you do that. I don't know if you do that. Let's see. Jill's saying, I want Pascal back eventually. Nah, that'd be interesting. He has a circle back late in his career, somehow, some way, for sentimentality on a lower veteran salary. Who knows? Who knows? Anything could be possible. I could see him circling back. Him, out of all of them, I think he would be the most likely. I don't think Fred's likely to circle back. I don't think OG's likely to circle back. But if somebody would, it would be Siakam. It would be Siakam. I'll bet you money. Let's see. All right, y'all. We will try and finish up shortly. So let's see. Milbester's saying it's a bounce back season for the Jays. They're still going to be a good team. I know they were disappointed when they lost in playoffs to the Twins, but at least they're playing better than the Raptors. You know what? You're fucking insulting me right now. First of all, you said the Raptors season is going to be ending. Now you're saying the Blue Jays are playing better than the Raptors. No, Milbester, you want to get on my bad side. Keep bad talking the Raptors right now. That's insulting, is what I'm going to say right now. That is insulting. Jill's saying OG wants to be a Knick, period. Yeah, I think that's true. David's saying, you think OG has that strong of an opinion about anything? That's pretty true, too. David, you're going to dunk. I'm going to give David a dunk for that. No, I think that he's with his organization now, and, he's got to be with them because that's just how it is. If you're in that organization, in that representation group, well, you're a Knick. If you're CAA, that's just how it is. Let's see. Jill's saying Raptors are the little engine that could. I like that analogy. That's a good one. Jill's saying, David, you're right. OG is now sick, right? Why would Raptors want him back, though? You guys, we're talking about something that's not important. Jill, in some ways, this is like OG's not coming back, and that's not the issue there. Milbester's saying Knicks still got their second West Coast road trip in March. Warriors, Kings, Nuggets, Blazers, and they still haven't played Golden State yet. Still a lot of games left in the season before the playoffs. I agree. We have our West Coast trip coming up in March also. We have our last West Coast road trip. And there's some of those teams that you just named are on that trip for us too. So a similar thing. David's saying 100% Scotty. Yeah, Scotty will become Giannis. I think Scotty's better than Giannis in some ways. I think Scotty's a better shooter than Giannis. I think he's a better three-point shooter than Giannis. And I think that that's part of the difference of why. I think also that Scotty's smarter than Giannis. I think that in some ways, people that think Scotty has allegations, but in some ways, Scotty is a genius. In some ways, Scotty has very genius qualities. In some ways, Giannis is stupid. Like his IQ is not as bright. Let's just put it that way. So in some ways, that's why I would pick Scotty over Giannis, is because I think the aptitude is much higher for Barnes. So, excuse me. Don't get it twisted. Giannis is a freak. He's an amazing athlete, but in some ways, he is not the brightest bulb. Just look at how he drafted his all-star teams against LeBron the last couple years. Yeah. Let's see. Wayne's saying, I don't know, but the biggest free agents are mostly former Raptors, according to Masai. Milbester, Knicks are out in the first round. Bet on it. There you go, Wayne Strainer. I'm giving you a dunk. Fighting back against Milbester's little side insults there. Yeah, you guys, at least the Blue Jays are better than the Raptors. I'm like, Milbuster. Ooh. Oh, and he's like, oh, the Raptors will be out by then. Oh, Milbuster. Ooh. All right, let's see. David's saying, yeah, the Knicks suck, dude. You should become a Laker fan. No, don't be so mean to him. The Knicks do not suck right now. The Lakers suck, yeah, but the Knicks do not suck. They're a good team. Milbester's saying Knicks are easily a second round team. Cavs got better because they fixed their bench, but Knicks added DiVincenzo and Anunoby, now Bojan and Burks. They can get the big three back. We can get this second. I think y'all can get this second. I think Wayne's saying he may be right, but I think that you guys have the capability to get all the way to the finals. I really do. It's maybe gonna be matchups and lucky breaks. All kinds of things get you to the finals. It's not a clear path all the time. Just saying you disagree with Dave, then gave him a dunk. Laugh out loud. Giannis still has English challenges. Yeah. Well, it's confusing because David's saying he wanted to get Giannis, and I said, well, if we're gonna get Giannis, then we're probably not gonna have Scotty. And that's all in there. All right, let me see. You guys are kind of getting too crazy in here. Let's see. He gave you 2 dunks. Yeah. Yeah, well, I like David's edge. I do. All right, last comment, and I'm done. Milbester's saying Sixers and Bucks are struggling bad, while Knicks just need 3 key spot guys back. They're starting to catch up up to them, and Brunson's first season already in semis. Not bad at all. His dad called him a bum at the 3-point shootout. He said, who's this bum? And he turned around and he saw his dad saying it to him, Jalen Brunson. It's hilarious. Yeah, Sixers and Bucks are struggling. There's a lot of Eastern teams that are struggling all of a sudden. And in some ways, the Knicks can uprise in those moments. And that's what you should be looking for. There's the cookies. Thank you, Jill. David's done. And Wayne's saying basketball equals matchups. Your short point guard is no Isaiah Thomas. That's what he's saying. Wayne's really not about a short point guard leading a team to a championship. Your number one player should be Julius Randle if you're going to try and win a championship. Don't try and do it as Jalen Brunson is your number one. You won't get there. Watch. You won't get there. Yeah, don't even cookie me, Jillian. Don't even cookie me. All right, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I guess I could do the Instagram stories real quick. Slim Duck's watching his phone ring because he doesn't want to be bothered. He's got some crazy kid that's scared of a little, like, the toy or doesn't like it. They're laughing. I don't know. When younger guys try to secure girls that are older, there's some funny clips on Slim Duck's Instagram stories, as always. Pascal has got him running out of the game with Ben Shepherd. So happy that Ben hit a shot. Pascal's so passionate with his teammates on the Pacers. Well, we'll see you tonight, Siakam. We'll see you tonight. There's a picture of Marquise Noel with our guy Fred on his birthday. And Marquise is saying, happy birthday, brother. You really are a real one, Fred VanVleet. There you go. The friendship between Marquise Noel and Fred VanVleet is real. And it's kind of weird to see how much taller Fred is than Marquise in that picture. All right, next part. He's also celebrating the Memphis mob, or the Memphis guys, Memphis Tigers college basketball team. Emmanuel quickly has a picture of him at practice yesterday at Butler University. Good stuff. And then there's a picture of him with Scotty smiling and dapping Emmanuel at practice. That is a good sign. We'd like to see that kind of stuff. Dennis has a new Puma out. It's a gold Puma. In some ways, I'm sure he had it tied in with the Raptors gold jerseys, and now it's kind of he had gold flakes on it, and hard work pays off. So it's like Dennis's signature shoe with Puma. So in some ways, if you're a Dennis fan, maybe you'll get his gold Puma shoe. But I think he wanted to wear it with the Raptors gold jerseys. It's kind of too bad. But yeah, Dennis got a new Puma shoe out there. So wait for the drop and get Dennis's Pumas. Yeah, he's still in Toronto. There's a picture of him working out in a facility with the Fan 590 and a Raptors symbol on it. So he's definitely having his family still here in Toronto while he's playing for the Nets, which is crazy. Yeah, there's Superfan putting on blast the clip of her with Skinny Fabulous from the other night. Good stuff on the Raptors Instagram stories. Yeah, Monique, the Superfan Lawrence, is in the stories. That's right. Let's see. Stargate saying, is this a Raptor Freak or Knicks Freak channel? I agree, Milbester. Respect the channel. That's what I'm saying. Slim Duck equals Chris, I believe. That's right. Slim Duck is Chris. That's when I say that. Smash the like button. Raptors win tonight. Dennis loves Toronto. Yeah, he does. He's got to be here because his family's here in some ways. All right, there's a couple other things I want to talk about real quick. If you have a fantasy team, take care of it. What was that? Oh, there was a thing that Charles Oakley posted about him thinking there's no face of the NBA coming up. Like he's saying that he's really worried that when LeBron and everybody leaves, the NBA might have problem with not having a marketable person to put in charge of the look of the way the league is. In some ways, it's the psychology of the players. So Charles Oakley is warning the NBA that they better watch out and who their face of the league is going to be next. I wrote in there, well, I think the face of the league is either going to be Victor Wembanyama, SGA, or Scotty Barnes. That's what I wrote in the comments on Charles's post. Yeah. Let me see what else. What else do we got? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that Charles Oakley thing was the last thing I want to say. All right, injuries for tonight. Aaron Nesmith is out for the Indiana Pacers. It looks like, or he's out yesterday. Maybe he'll play today. For the Raptors, is Marquise Noel is the only injury on the list. The referees for tonight are Bill Kennedy, Jason Goebel, and Brandon Schwab. Bill Kennedy and Brandon Schwab favor the Raptors. Jason Goebel favors the Pacers. So there's your ref report shortened here. Real quick, main event marquee matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indianapolis, the home of the 2024 All-Star Weekend. And tonight we're going to have a matchup, a skills competition. We have all the equipment still here from last weekend, and we're going to have a skills competition between two former Raptors, Pascal Siakam in this corner from Cameroon and Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors currently. They will do the skills competition against each other, and we'll see who has the most skills, P skills or Scotty Barnes skills. That is your main event marquee matchup. It's the skills competition, one-on-one, Scotty versus Pascal. Let's see who wins that one. That's right. Yeah. And the best are saying, yeah, but yeah, Lex, don't give up on those Jays. They're a good team. Be proud of them to represent Canada. That's not what it is. I can tell you exactly what's going on with the Jays and me, Milbester. My brother, my little brother, he was born the day the Blue Jays started, April the 7th, 1977. That's right. My brother has the same birthday as the Blue Jays. And I love the Blue Jays. I've been to Blue Jays games my whole life. I went to Blue Jays games when the Bash brothers played for Oakland at the old exhibition stadium. Out there, yeah, I saw Canseco and McGuire against George Bell and Lloyd Mosby and Ernie Witt and Dave Steeb. Yeah, I've been to games where Kelly Gruber played through third base for the Blue Jays. Don't get it twisted. I'm a diehard, never going to change my Blue Jays fandom. It's just I don't pay attention to them. When I watch them play in the playoffs, they lose. So I don't pay attention to them so they will do better. I found that every time I watch them, they start losing a lead. So I intentionally ignore them because when I don't watch them, they do better when I do watch them. It always happens. In some ways, this is the problem with the playoffs. I want to watch them play against the Twins at the end of the year, and then when I do, they fail. So I'm not even going to watch them if they get the postseason this year because I want them to win. And when I watch them, they lose. So, Milbester, me not knowing about the Blue Jays is not because I don't like them or I don't want them to win. It's because I really want them to win, and that's why I ignore them. So, yeah, I can't tell you anything about them. I have not given up on them. I'm rooting for them to win the World Series. It's just that I have so much work covering the Raptors and Team Canada and the Raptors 905. I ain't got no fucking time to pay attention to the Blue Jays like this. So, yeah, I'm just not a baseball head. I don't know the sport like I know basketball. So it just doesn't make any sense. But definitely, listen, I love the Blue Jays. I want them to win a World Series, and I'm rooting for them always. So I'm not giving up on them. It's just that if I watch them, they lose. That's what it is. Yeah. Stargate saying, go back to market teams. Milbester saying, I'm planning to see a Yankees-Jays game during the season once. Tickets go on sale. I've never went to see the Jays-Yanks game. Always love the Jays in our fun AL East matchups. I'll let you know. I've been to see the Yankees many times here in Toronto at Skydome against the Blue Jays. So I've been to Yankees games. Oh, yeah, for sure. I usually get to one Blue Jays game a season, and it's just out of the blue. I didn't go last year, though. I did go the year before, though. Stargate saying, Bill Kenny, okay, we winning. Yeah, he's our crew chief. It's good stuff. Yeah. Mo's saying, stop talking, Milbester. Yeah, you need to listen to the mods. Seriously. She's a sheriff on here, and she's saying, stop talking. He's trying to get off his stream. Jill saying, is your bro a Raps fan, Lex? Yeah, he is. He comes in here sometimes. You see him. He's like, what's up, freaks? And then he cruises out. He's such a cool dude. My brother's so cool. Carl Otts. You might see him come in here sometimes, Jill. He'll come in and say hi at the beginning of the stream. He'll say, hi, freaks. And I'll say, hi, Carl. He came to the game with me around Christmas. And his son and his daughter were very much Raptor fans that day. Yeah, they're Raptor fans. Yeah, for sure. They got me and the family. They're Raptors fans. My dad's a Raptors fan. My mom vicariously cares about the Raptors. And sometimes she says something about the Raptors that blows me away. Because honestly, in some ways, like 30 years ago, my mom didn't know whether Michael Jordan played basketball or football. Let's just put it that way. That's the kind of sports knowledge she has. I mean, she blew me away. And you know what she said? She said something to me when she was here around Christmas. I was like, Mom, that was really intelligent NBA speak. Like, you know what you're talking about. I don't, I'm blown away by this. And she said to me, well, I've been listening to you because I'm serious. Like, she didn't know Michael Jordan played the NFL or the NBA when Michael Jordan was all over the place on like magazines and everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Milbester's saying, how's RJ and IQ been lately? They're great. Thanks for asking. We'll see them tonight playing tonight. Happy Wednesday, peeps. All right, guys. It is Monday. Let's put in that work. Let's work out and get that Raptors win tonight. All right, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you enjoyed the channel that much, join. You'd be surprised what you find. I love that so many of y'all want to come to the coaches open house with me March 19th. It's going to be a really fantastic, fun event with us going there. I'm really, really pleased. Granny, I'm so glad you maybe are going to come. Evelyn, I want you to come. So sign up and get that confirmation email. Everybody wants to come down there, and we'll be a fun group down there taking in all the coaches' information from the Raptors coaching staff and getting to see that close practice. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's beat the Pacers tonight. Siakam, we love you, but we got to beat you tonight. We want dinner with Darko. You're in our way. Either you can show us to the table or get the fuck out of the way because we're going to the table either way. So that's your choice. You want to say, here's your table, Raptors. Or are you going to be in the way? Yeah, you going to stop us from getting Darko dinner? You wanted that dinner too. You know you did. You were starving for that dinner last year. Well, you're going to get in the way. You're going to stop a starving man. You can't stop 17 starving men that are the Toronto Raptors. They want that Darko dinner. And Cool Cat's going to be calling the Cactus Club tonight. That's right. Happy Wednesday. Let's go Raptors. Let's go Raptors.